those like crystals, ball things and try to teleport, or should we just press on? Because I was like, I can use the rest of my hit die to get back to like pretty close to full HP. But after that, I'd have nothing, and I think everyone else is pretty spent.
Yeah,
I'm good.
I remember that Tom and Martin were talking about using what, knock? No, it's not knock. The spell that blocks like the doors, and you need like a
Arcane Lock.
Yeah, thank you. And just cramp into a crypt.
Yeah, that's not creepy.
Not creepy. But it's an option for 8 hours.
Yeah, 8 hours might be a little tough.
Then we open the door and there's 50 guys waiting.
Yeah, basically everything respawned.
Strahd with some tea and monsters. We were waiting for you. Did you have a good nap?
Oh yeah, I meant to ask, when you first use, for Ivan, I think it was communion, or however you talk to your deity, and that one time we heard Strahd's, you had heard Strahd's, did you make that aware to the party, or was that just you?
Yeah,
I was curious.
Yeah, later I made it aware to the party.
Okay.
When we took the rest.
Okay, I couldn't remember. I remember that happening, I just didn't remember if it was made public or not.
Yeah, during chat. Yeah, you're right. Enjoy. Yeah. Do you want to short rest, Nick, or Mac?
I don't mind short resting because I took a beating.
Don't really need it, but if you need it, sure.
You guys mind if we check, I don't know, 2 crypts before trying to short rest?
Yeah, I mean, that should be fine.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm not sure about Petrina's tomb. It can be dicey.
I know we have some items too that can be looked over. Yeah, attuned or either identified, just to understand them a little bit more. Because I have the short sword that's +1, but I know there's something else with it. I just don't know what. And
yeah,
then
I have the tight bone of I forgot her name. I have it here. Saint Markovia.
Yeah. And then we also have the skull that has like rubies and stuff in it that looked lich-like, and I was like, oh.
This is valuable. You know, I was reading something like a guy was like my party member never takes gold from the dead and stuff like that, and or from the tombs, and at the end of the campaign we asking like, why do you never take the loot? And like, oh, good guys don't loot people from the dead. I'm like, oh, it makes sense.
Yeah. I ain't no grave robber.
Maybe he was making his gold somehow else, more honest. It's one thing to be an adventurer and be, neutral toward tomb robbing. It's not a thing if you're like just a, lawful character whose ideals would have him just make his gold honestly,
Yeah.
Here. Completely valid.
No, I think it's pretty valid.
The only thing I care about is that a dungeon master makes it an option. Not like a railroad, present the option, have it be available there. Because a railroad can also be like just not having any options. Like you go to tomb and you find nothing is fine, but when it's like that's all there is, then that's a form of railroading, if you think about it, because you are forcing characters to be like, well, I guess grave robbing just isn't an option for us in terms of making money. It's why whenever you read like things like downtime activities and stuff, you'd have like things like crime or spreading rumors or like less morally sound activities.
Like a job.
Yeah. Okay, so
Martin said,
Yeah.
let's do it.
press on. We'll
I'm
press on.
making.
Okay,
Okay.
that's good.
In that case, we'll just kind of sort of get things rolling, and hopefully all's well. Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
If you say so.
Yeah, sure, dude.
Dashat Petrop now.
So we continue our delve into Ravenloft's crypts. Buried deep beneath the keep of Ravenloft lies an ancient set of catacombs with arched ceilings supported by wide, hollow columns that double as crypts. At your feet, a thick fog clings to the floor, which is covered in putrid waste several inches deep, reeking of bat guano. The air is musty and smells of ammonia and grave moss. About 20 feet above your heads, the black ceiling is moving where tens of thousands of bats hang and flutter about. Lying dead at your feet are the corpses of 4 terrifying winged predators resembling wyverns. Their maws hang open, within which rows of dagger-like teeth are coated with their dark blood. As the twisting shadows enshroud them begin to slowly melt away, their eyes catch a glint of torchlight, now no longer muted by their presence. You and your group find yourself standing before the chiseled stone slab sealing the tomb of Strahd's brides, one of them reading the name of Casimir's sister, among other tombs of servants and the court alike. I'll put this on a map. We are over yonder. Through the settling quiet, you all hear footfalls from behind you. Out of the shadows emerges Casimir, who makes his way through the muck and grime into dying torchlight. His fingers look numbed, the grasp upon his staff is weak, the flesh upon his hand withered. Touched by the Bodak's gaze and the necromantic anathema of all living things, it is as if almost all his spirit has drained from him, the soul shrunken and wilted. Looking upon him, you feel it too. The altercation against the deathly pale undead creatures has burnt itself into your minds. The eerie faces, the twisted, inhuman visages of sheer madness and horror. Even now, weaving between dancing shadows cast by the torches, your mind plays tricks on you as you occasionally glimpse those empty, milky white eyes outstretched to the shape of vertical ovals, staring from the dark, before vanishing out of sight again. Casimir looks like he's about to collapse and succumb to these marring sensations when his eyes lock upon the epitaph carved into the stone slab in your midst. Petrina Velikovna, bride. You watch his eyes widen as memories of her, Petrina, flood his mind. Meek but determined, you hear him say to you, "You found her, thank the gods. I held on to hope that hers would not be an unmarked grave." He approaches the slab, placing a hand upon the cold stone. "Behold, the ruins of a future that could not have been. The ashes of a union between the Valkov line and that of von Zoarovich. A future robbed from us by the woman with auburn hair, Tatiana, who stole Strahd's heart and had him banish my sister from this very castle." He lets his hand fall to his side. The hand leaves a faded mark in the dust settled upon the ancient stone. You see him close his eyes, listening for something in the silence. With breath held, you listen too. For a few seconds, there is nothing. Then, the torches flicker, as if by a gust of wind, and the flames turn blue in hue. You all hear it, a voice upon the wind, like a faint whisper. Words of reassurance, honeyed and guiding, calling softly from the darkness.
I'm here.
What do you do?
I would look to Casimir and be like, how do we know this isn't a trick? How do we know this isn't one of Strahd's mind games?
We don't, he says simply.
I think we're putting too much faith into this right now. I'm happy that you were able to find your sister, but I kind of like swallow and look around real quick and just make sure everything's still calm. And I ask him, what do you plan to do now?
Well, we've always planned, no? This is what we are looking for. But perhaps you are right. Perhaps it is a trick. Or maybe it's just a game for him and he tortures us still. We must make sure that she is truly here. If you would help me open this.
I look down at my feet and kind of glare around again, and then just start sloshing on over.
You're right. You look injured. I took some time to rest myself and tend to my wounds for as good as I could have, but you all seem like you're fresh from the fights, and judging by these beasts, injured.
Kind of not fully shrugs it off. I'm okay right now. I just it's taken a lot of this place has just taken a lot out of me. And then I'll just kind of throw my shoulder into if there's like a large door or anything, and pry it.
The stone slab in front of the tomb measures about 3 feet wide, 5 feet tall, and appears quite thick and heavy, unlike very much like the other crypts. If you would opt to rest and heal your wounds before continue onwards, that choice is yours. While Casimir is eager to continue forward, it's only because he had an opportunity to do that very rest in the room prior where he stayed. So it's up to you as a party as how to continue from here.
I mean, from a personal standpoint, I feel like if I was to wait an hour, he had to wait an hour for me to rest up. I feel like he's just biting, just sitting on the edge the whole time, so I wouldn't mind moving it for him. That way he can have the hour to do whatever.
I've waited this long, I can wait another hour. I'd rather us not risk whatever is behind this door finishing us off while we're wounded. I wouldn't put it past Strahd to put a trap behind this door, or some sort of magical sigil that will go off and simply wipe you out. You rest. I will take the time to inspect the door for any such arcane. Oh, hi, Martin. Sorry.
Hey. I literally just walked in the door and I'm currently eating, but...
Yeah. You didn't miss much. We're pretty much here with Casimir in front of Patrina's tomb, trying to figure out our steps forward. Yep.
I think the ultimate question, if we want to rest or not, is do we think we can do so safely here?
The only safe room looks like the one that's barred off to the north.
Perhaps.
Try to lock the door with magic. And I point to Casimir.
Yeah, this was... I'm trying to think. This looks like a large room. Super big.
What are you looking at?
No, I was just trying to get a feel for like if we could just rest here in the light, or if it was like maybe we should go one of the crypts.
It's almost certainly that there's at least another layer or two to the south of us that we haven't explored yet, just because designers like to do things in symmetry.
Randall just move. He doesn't really move too far down. He just kind of walks to the edge. It's just a wee hallway here, just so he can have a little look around, see if he can see anything.
Sure. As you kind of make your way through the dark, do you have any light sources about you? Are you trying to keep it stealthy and peer into darkness with your dark vision?
Yeah, peer near darkness.
So with disadvantage, rolling me like a perception check.
Okay.
As you're looking into the dark black and white hues beyond. You look into the gloom, and you see the hallways continue on about 10 feet wide to either side, and more of them continuing down more south. You listen into the quiet for any footsteps or movement. From somewhere far off, you hear a steady low buzzing hum, eurythmic. And then from seemingly inside your own mind, you hear a hissing voice speak, not with words, but more so images upon your inner eye. In that phantasmal sea of imagination, for a brief moment, you see an image of 8 globular spheres. The sensation is in the mind. The entity's voice seems to say something in an exotic language, the words sounding like the deep droning of ocean waves mingled with the violence of a swarm of angry hornets. You're not quite sure what they mean. It is not a language that you know.
And it's only since I stepped towards this area I could hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, just move back and I would relay what just happened to the rest.
I would just say, I'm sure there's a number of entities that live within these castle walls. None that I've ever encountered before, but nothing that I would ever want to see.
Yeah, well, it seems like there may be more things to deal with just down that way, so you need to rest up. I'd say rest up.
Well, do you guys want to rest here, or do you want to rest? Do you want to like walk back to where the room where we found the colored spheres, or should we just pack into a tomb for like an hour?
I will say like maybe better to stay around here if we're planning to come back. We don't know what could be patrolling.
Yeah, unless something comes in as a trap for us when we come back. I will spend a quick moment and I'll just look up the tower to kind of see how high does it seem to go.
Sure.
Do I see anything up there, although I only see up about 60 feet in the dark.
As Zarmir makes his way towards the west end of this chamber, you see two things. The set of stairs spiraling upwards, and and by your werewolf friend there, Emil, and a corpse that he seems to be investigating, you look up the shaft. It goes up far into darkness, about 10 by 10 foot circle. The shaft goes up into darkness far beyond your dark vision. Occasionally you see a bat flutter out of it, and you feel a very cold draft coming in and out in waves, like the breath of some enormous thing.
We're going to rest somewhere in this room. We would potentially suggest here in this tower, base of it. Well, we're exposed from above. Doesn't seem like there's much up there, hopefully. Whatever is causing the cool breeze. Hopefully that's just a crack. Besides, at least this gives us some single direction of attack. But
Well, I'm fine with it. I only need a little bit of time just to gather my strength back.
Works for me.
Are these sconces on the wall, or are they torches?
Torches and sconces.
Okay.
Casting light.
I'll take one of the torches.
Okay, which one?
Am I on one?
Yes, you're standing right below one. Okay.
Oh, actually, what was in this one? This door's open to me.
Irina's tomb. Or Tatiana.
The slab on the door does read Irina Kolyana, bride. It's been open when you found it.
Okay, I'll just take the one closest.
Okay. You take the torch off its sconce.
Gib torch.
Just making memories of the names of the tombs.
I'm just handling a torch. Seems like you were already holding a torch last time, so you're good there. Okay.
What? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you were casting vision. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Tasha Petrovna?
When I move over here, I don't have, it doesn't light up or anything.
It might be because you are already in the torchlight of the other torches. Oh, no, never mind. Why are you not casting light? Let me see here. Oh, because you have directional light on. That's why. There you go.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Poggers. I'm gonna...
Yeah, so just kind of review, you're standing right below that shaft that seems to be emitting that cold breeze from somewhere beyond, and looking up with your torch, you just peer into darkness. Vasilika, in terms of the tombs, what are you looking for?
Tasha Petrovna?
None of the tombs near you say that name.
No, we saw it before. It's just I don't recall which one was it.
Then you don't recall which one was it.
I believe it was up here. But that's vague, right? I believe that was the one right here, right?
Next to... Okay. Yeah, next to the saint. Okay.
I think, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I am not.
Looking about you, you see the four tombs. This one over here says, indeed, Irina Kolyana upon it. This one over yonder says, Artemis, builder of the keep, thou standeth amidst the monument of his life. This one over yonder, you already know, the Train of Lakovna, and the one right next to Brandar reads, Sir Eric Wunderbox.
Sir Eric. Is it just Sir Eric or anything else written?
It's just a slab door with Sir Eric Wunderbox written upon it.
Wonderbucks. He got money.
So, are we getting short rest in?
Yeah, I'm short resting. I was pretty beat up.
Okay, if you choose to short rest here in this walkway between the stairs and into the tomb, do you guys wish to just sleep altogether for that rest? Not sleep, I guess short rest just on 1 hour. Does anybody wish to keep watch for the hour?
Yeah, well,
Basilica will help.
Basilica and Brandar, go ahead and roll me perception checks for your watch. Everybody else, you can roll your hit dice and reset any of their short rest.
I cast guidance on that.
Okay. You both watch your companions settle. Brandar, throughout that hour, about 15 or 30 minutes into it, you hear the voice again, the hissing, reverberating voice droning into your mind that seems to say a series of words in that same language that you don't recognize. And you just don't recognize them, and it seems that you are the only one who's able to hear them, because looking at the Basilica, she seems to be looking in another direction into the darkness. Just anything?
yeah, just says I can still hear those blasted voices, or either I'm going mad. But seeing as where we are, I think it's the prayer. Well, the former.
The sensation in time fades. From the North Basilica, you hear something. It sounds like metal, kind of rattling. Distant first and then approaching sort of closer. It's coming from around the corner against the wall which you stand on. From this direction-ish. What do you do?
Sounds like a series of steps, metal steps, or
not steps, not footfalls, just metal rattling, like the clinking of one piece of metal against the other.
I'll tell Brander. Something seems to be coming from that way.
Keep your wits about you.
It's approaching closer now, about 15 feet away.
Brandar will just kind of move up into a position here.
I'll move to this direction to try to whatever is coming to see me first.
Sure. Roll me perception. Actually, I'll use your 17 there. 18. You see, out of the gloom and darkness, a floating object just behind the corpse of the one Gloomstalker. And it's steadily approaching nearer. The curious object that drifts into view, as though held aloft by some invisible force, is a floating, tarnished silver platter with a lid on, a cloche. It seems to take its time, just floating above the corpse, slower a little bit, and it makes its way here. I'm giving you an opportunity to sort of, react.
I'll ask Brander telepathically if he recognized that.
He just kind of it looks like a tea tree. Tea tree.
Okay.
Something a servant would usually carry to you.
It's now kind of standing still there, floating about 5 feet off the ground. Presented to you. You see Emil kind of crouched low. He's been resting, licking his wounds, but he doesn't seem eager to approach it, suspicious of it. Casimir has his back turned. He looks over his shoulder for a moment, but his attention is then turned back toward the ritual spell he was casting upon the door, trying to identify any traps and such. Not interested in any more of Strahd's tricks. Kind of humps and turns back to the crypt door. But what do you do?
You say like it's like offering us, like it lower itself.
It's simply floating there, 5 feet off the ground. A tray with a cloche lid upon it.
I'll approach to it.
As you approach, the lid lifts, revealing a bunch of scones, several silver goblets, and a bottle filled to the brim with what appears to be wine. And there's also a small note set by this spread. It smells of roses.
What does the note say?
Picking up the rose-scented note, you read it.
I'll tell the message to the rest of the party. I guess that we're still being watched.
Of course, we do that.
I didn't expect them to ever stop watching us.
All a game to him. You said there was like scones and
Yes. Baked goods.
I think scones.
Scones is like
scones,
a baked,
yeah.
good bread, cheese. Seems to be powdered with some sort of sugary coating. Cheese, several berries, eau de rose for wine and such.
If Basilica was to bring it over, or if the, servant was to come over, I would take one of the scones and
The tray remains where it is.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
You can use your legs during a rest.
No, well, I was gonna say like I was gonna. Yeah, I'm tired. I need a nap. No, after
Does anyone
patching up,
wants one? I can throw you.
Yeah, I would take one, and then, still suspicious of it, I would have it like in the palm of my hand, up to my face, kind of just give it like a once over with the nose and everything, and then just like plop it into my mouth, like chew it like 2-3 times.
I was gonna ask you to
most.
ruin perception to see like if you were trying to detect anything, but you already popped it in your mouth.
No, I just popped it.
You receive inspiration for your bravery.
Great.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
The scone tastes freshly made, sweet, as if powdered by some sugar, and has a delectable berry-like filling. The bread interwoven with some raisins and such. And then you smack your lips. It's good, sating, but dry. Could be washed down with some wine.
Oh, you're tempting me, I see. The wine. I want to inspect the wine because it could be like Strahd's like blood wine. I'm not ready to go that far yet.
The bottle is made of tinted dark glass, corked. The vintage is that of the Wizards of Wine Winery. But there seems to be something curious about it, as it seems to shimmer under your swashing. Whenever you kind of move it about, the wine turns from this dark red to an almost glowing red, as if there's some sort of phosphorescent in it. Especially under the light of your torch, it seems to sparkle as if there's several shiny glitters within the liquid.
I will. Is this like in a? I think of a wine. Oh, I'm thinking of a champagne glass. Never mind. Yeah, if it's like a red wine glass, I'll.
There are
do the thing.
goblets around the wine on tray, enough for all of you.
I'll tell the party. Well, I'll try it first, and I'll pour one, and just kind of look over everything like that's in front of us, like just still kind of out of disbelief, and then I just throw it back into my mouth, but I hold it just to try to see like a taste or if I could detect anything before swallowing.
The taste is ambrosial, sort of like an exotic berry of some sort, with that nice tint of red wine that you know and love. Holding it in your mouth, it satisfies senses. I mean, it doesn't seem to burn.
I swallow.
Okay. You feel your achings go away, the lacerations and bruises steadily go and fade as you recover 18 hit points.
Cool. God damn it. I used all them hit die first.
Being the adventuring type, you recognize this wine is laced with the essence of a greater potion of healing.
Okay. Well, that topped off the 2 hit points that I didn't have.
You look down at the goblet in your hands, and you can't help but feel the sensation as if it looks different somehow now than when it was empty before.
You said it looks different? Like how?
Before, when you held in your hand, the silver goblet on the inside was polished, and now you're looking down, it has like a certain tarnish to it.
Give it like a little bit of a displeasing look and just kind of, not forcefully, but just kind of like just little microaggression and just put it on the tray and then just turn around.
The tray bobs down a foot, almost setting itself off kilter before recovering. It is being held by something unseen that you've just almost knocked the tray out of. And then it adjusts itself and holds the tray steady 5 feet off the ground.
I would look back just to try to trace it with my eyes to look for a figure, but
there's nothing there. It's invisible to the eye. You see one of the goblets lift itself and place itself a little bit closer to Vasilika upon the tray. And a gesture
I just
of
give
offer.
a head nod. I just give a head nod to everyone. And just kind of curl back up, and then just it tastes fine. It just seems so out of place here.
Well, I mean, they've got no reason to poison us.
Yeah, they can kill us just as easily. Okay. At least if it's trying to kill us with poison.
Doesn't say you have to kill us outright. You could always just be fucking with us.
Maybe it's Tatiana. You said that she looked different before. Maybe she's still there. She's just trying to please the Count. She's trying to protect us, maybe.
Brander, you were sort of quiet during the dinner, perhaps paying less attention toward conversation and more attention toward the individuals at the table. Do you mind doing me like a d20 plus your intelligence?
Sure.
There's something about the name Anastasia that is perhaps...
No. Well, I can't remember.
Okay.
For sure. Isn't that it's one of his braids? It was the woman that was there with the red, wasn't it? The red.
Yeah.
Thing. I think
That would be correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
I misread.
Like he's obsessed with. Was it Casimir she wanted to recruit effectively? I vaguely remember.
All the chalices besides the one that the beastman among you is holding seem to be polished to perfection. The one that Javik is holding is tarnished on the inside.
Brando would take a swig at one.
Sure. You feel your bruises mend as you as well. Recover 17 hit points. You look down at your goblet, and now it's tarnished as well.
Basilica will also grab a goblet.
You look at the goblet. Before you pour your wine into it, it is empty. Is there anything you wish to do?
Pour the wine in.
Sure. Yep.
Can I identify like the material of the goblet?
Seems to be made of polished sterling silver, including the cups inside as well. Go ahead and roll me an investigation real quick.
Sure. I was gonna ask that.
Yeah, I'm giving you the obvious, what you don't need to roll for. It seems to be made of that sterling silver. Has several gemstones set about the outside of it, and a single pearl-like gemstone set at the bottom of the cup's interior. Like if I were to...
Brando,
Sure. If I were
is there any like runes or anything on it, or like stuff?
No runes, just the gemstones. Right? If you have the cup like so, you'll have like several like gemstones along the outside of it, like so. Right? And if you were to look at on the polished inside, there is almost like a pearl bead over here.
I would walk over to Brandon and say, "Can I see the one that you just used? It changed. Compare it to one that's been unused."
Brando just hands it over.
Look at the tarnished inside of the cup. There's no bead.
There's no
Bead? No, there's only like a place where it would be set. A concave indent at the bottom of the cup.
So, like I said, whatever it is, probably something to do with the gem at the center of the cup itself.
It became tarnished after they drank it. Or...
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It's almost as if potentially the magic was consumed of the cup itself, and the cup is what gives the healing. I will.
Go ahead.
I will take my water skin and fill one of the empty cups with it and just see what happens.
The water is transparent, unlike the wine. That's semi-opaque. As you watch the water pour in, you watch the little pearl-like bead on the bottom begin to dissolve, and the outside of the walls of the cup slowly tarnish. And you can see all this because in the light and looking through transparent liquid.
What?
Well, if you've done it, I should as well. Well, drink the water. I just did that with.
The water tastes fine, flavorless as always. You don't really notice any difference than drinking from your flask. Tastes like it just came out of your flask. You look down at the cup, it's tarnished, and the bead is no longer there. having dissolved into the water.
I'll like to grab like the goblet. I'm trying to pull out the bead. The middle.
You grab the fourth one of the four, like there's 3 goblets remaining. You grab the fourth one. How do you grab it? Like with your hand?
Yes, with the hand.
Okay. You press your finger to the bottom of the trying to get your nails beneath it, and as soon as your flesh touches the bead, you feel that it's actually like almost jelly-like in consistency, and you squish it, and smears to the bottom of the cup. It's not solid.
Can I smell it?
It's scentless. Pearlescent color, semi-translucent, scentless.
Seems like you drank something else. Not only the wine.
Yes.
I
Well,
just wonder if
it is poison. I suppose we're all in trouble. So we finish our rest and can move on opening some of these tombs, get what we can, and then leave. Well, I suppose we should get your turning to grind your bones, your amulets before we leave, but that's if we can. So, shall we finish catching our breath and then open the door?
sure.
I'm
Well-
feeling better.
But before that, Basilica's gonna grab the wine. She's gonna take a sip or drink from it. Seeing that Savik got better after drinking it.
You feel rejuvenated. 14 hit points.
Sorry about that. I didn't want to drink whatever special ingredient the host was giving us.
Looking at the wine, sloshing it around, it seems to be there's about 2 more cups worth left in the bottle. About 8 ounces of wine.
Does anyone have an empty water skin?
I will toss mine over, having just poured it out for a cup.
Huh, take it with us.
Okay.
Hopefully it lasts.
For all sake of investigative purposes, and for the sake of inventory tracking, that water skin now holds 8 ounces of what you believe is greater potion of healing. Or whatever you want to call it. Just something that we all know where it came from.
Yeah.
7 sessions later when it becomes relevant.
Yep.
You also have an empty wine bottle.
Well then. Casimir. How goes
Yes.
investigation of that door? Any problems?
It
This-
is door.
Well, no. Do not make mockery of anything in this castle. Listen, can you hear it? Just press your ear to the door. It's not just me, is it?
I will go ahead and press my ear over and listen.
You hear that?
Yes. Well then.
Then it's not just in my head. The door itself doesn't seem to be booby-trapped, just heavy, too heavy for me to lift. But there's something about this crypt. I'm not sure if it's Strahd's tricks or it's genuinely her, but it seems to speak the closer you approach it.
Yes.
I'll look. I was gonna say I would look to Casimir, just ready to push whenever he wants, and then
Sure.
I'll push it open.
Sure. Go ahead. Your strength score is what?
18.
Without even needing to rule, you go ahead and begin to drag the stone slab. All the while, there seems to be a voice coming from somewhere inside, throughout, you're not sure. You push the stone slab aside. You gingerly place it aside, looking into the tomb. I'm gonna go ahead and reveal it. Where are you placing the stone slab?
I would just move it over here in front of Ramirez.
Okay, in front of Ramirez. Cool. Looking into the tomb, your torchlight catches the glint of coins surrounding a raised rectangular bier of marble, upon which lies a skeleton draped in rags.
Holy shit. Guys.
This is it.
Where did all this wealth come from? Is this something from a dowry or just Strahd himself at the time?
We were wealthy once, our family. These are lost treasures, all of them, and they're all here.
It sounds like she's calling to you, like she's hurt.
You see Casimir slowly, steadily step inside the tomb, passing the threshold and approaching the corpse. And you see him grab onto the tarp, covering it, and just kind of slowly letting it fall to its side as he stares onto the skeleton on the tomb.
As he was doing, I was slightly holding my breath for something, just in case.
Just approach to Ramirez and... Oh well, I don't approach, I'll tell to Ramirez in his head. Maybe you should support him. For what I understand, dealing with your own grief can be really challenging.
Yes.
I cannot imagine finding your dead sister, even dead, after that many years.
Yes. I will also enter the chasm.
As you pass through the threshold and join Casimir inside, Javik, you're staying by the entrance, your torch aloft, and you hear something, and your torch just goes out.
I start to feel a little bit of a nervous feeling, and just maybe kind of lock eyes with Emil across the way, and just kind of be like how you're speaking with your eyes, to be like, I'm on high alert right now.
Okay. Emil approaches closer, and then suddenly you see him open his mouth to speak, but as he's stepping into the very edge of the light of the torches behind you, you can see his eyes are rolled all the way back, and as he opens his mouth to speak, you just hear a voice.
Even a beast should know better than to disturb a banshee.
Everybody roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Okay.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, got me there.
Where the... oh, okay, here we go. $21.
Just bear with me here.
Applications.
Oh, cool, we're on point here. From the darkness comes a horrifying visage. From within a tomb, you see a spectral elf maiden, twisted by the horror of her undead existence. She appears luminous, wispy in form. Her face is wreathed in a wild tangle of hair, her body clad in wispy rags that flutter and stream around her. She holds her hands to her face. A faint cry, a woeful forlorning can be heard. Then she unleashes a mournful wail, the very sound clawing at your souls. Alright, so she's over yonder.
She's low key, but pretty hot. It's just cool.
What?
I was like, dude, low key, she's kind of hot.
Just this like awful loud cry that resonates out of the tomb and like in a wave. Can I get it's gonna be Casimir, Javik, Ramirez, Vasilika, and Brandar. Can I get you guys to rule me Constitution saving throws, please?
Yes.
We don't like this. No.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Okay.
See you in the next fight.
Vasilika and Ramirez, you clutch onto your ears to this terrible sound, and you watch as both Vasilika and Ramirez drop to their knees and sideways unconscious. You both drop to 0 HP.
Whoa.
Of course.
Casimir, my boy, is ruling with disadvantage against the Banshee, so that's Constitution saving throw. Armory rolling. Yeah, Casimir drops to his knees off the Briere, 0 HP, unconscious. Javik, it's your turn.
I'm just gonna yell out like, I know you can't trust anything in here. I'm going to. I can make it in. Yeah. Okay. I'm 10 feet here. I want to.
You step over
attempt.
like thousands of gold pieces, coins,
Yeah.
platinum, silver, rattle beneath you. You have to try and find your footing. As you look up to this Banshee, you just see her twisted visage stare right into your soul.
Why did you come here? Why?
Is she like in? She's like a spectral form, right?
Yes, floating as if underwater.
Oh, fuck. Damn it. Then I'm assuming I can't grapple her. Yeah, because those guys in the tower. I remember that now. I'm going to.
You're not dead. You're just 0 HP. I insta kill you. Just saying.
Oh boy. I guess just off the bat, like just instinct, I would just literally just go for an axe swing, one-handed.
What weapon are you using?
The battle axe. I haven't. Oh fuck! That's what I meant to do on the short rest, was try to figure out what that sword was.
I
completely forgot. Yeah. But yeah, I have the battle axe.
Okay.
They'll do the first
hit. You
Okay.
cleave right into the center of her chest, and you can see her axe impact with something, but it's kind of like attacking water. It seems to slow down and then go through her, rendering her. You can see her form fizzle and then set back. Didn't do as much damage as you expected it to,
Yeah.
but some.
I'm going to do. I'll just do the second one as well. Nah, that fucks it.
No, seeing it coming, she dodges aside.
After that, I can't do anything with shield. Nah, that'll be it. But she does have reduced
Senseless slaughter.
movement.
Are you that impatient for your deaths?
Okay, if you're staying there, Vasilika, you roll me a death save. Let me check something.
Are
Yes. That's
we
correct.
dead? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. One success. Brandar.
Okay. I have no
Brander, you
healing
watch a tray
properties
by your side
whatsoever.
slowly begin to step away. Just slowly begin to step away and out of here.
No healing spells whatsoever. None prepared. Oh wait, actually. Wait. Actually, I do. Okay, so yeah, Randall's just going. He is going to kind of shout. Oh, didn't he mean to disturb your grave? Which he wanted to see his sister, and he just kind of leans down and just touches Basilica, and I'll cast Cure Wounds at first level just to get her up.
Sure. As the magic works up through your suit, you see it then impact Vasilica's unconscious body as she wakes back into consciousness. You turn back to look at the Banshee, at her floating form, and she seems to almost admire this casting of magic.
A strong spirit.
Anything else on your turn?
Just looking over my. That would be it for now. That's all I can do. Yeah.
As she finishes watching you heal your ally, you see her part her arms apart, and you can see wisps of magic come out of the tips of her claws as well as she yells.
Banshees, tear them apart!
From either side of you guys, you see two spectral forms appear and materialize several feet. One here, and from out of one of the crypts, one here. They roll initiative as it is now the top of the Banshee's turn. She is going to go ahead and turn toward you, Javik, and just one moment, her face is beautiful, elegant, sort of attractive like you know before, and then it twists into this horrifying visage, this horrible grimace. Her jaw just drops like a foot down, and she just yells in your face. It's terrible, horrifying. Can I get you to make me a wisdom saving throw?
Yes. Wisdom. Nice.
All right. You are frightened of this creature. While she's in your view, it's disadvantage on shit. Specifics are here. Yeah, and that's that. So you are. Is it every creature? Each. Oh, it's each. So. Thankfully, Brandar, you are within sight of this. Brandar, you as well. A wisdom saving throw.
Fuck off.
Frightened as well. And then you watch as she melds into the wall behind her and seems to vanish out of this room. And reappears elsewhere. Ramirez, death saving throw. Success. You hear cries of battle as Emil transforms into his werewolf form and lounges to attack the Banshee that has just materialized before him. Casimir is going to roll a death saving throw. As Javik, it is the beginning of your turn.
Yeah, I'm going to take the rest of the stuff, the greater potions of healing. Could I use an action to get Ramirez, and then could I use a bonus action to give the rest to Casimir? Or can I do one?
Sorry, say again?
Can I use the water skin that I have with the greater potions of healing? Can I use one of it for Ramirez?
It's no. Unfortunately, you'll only be able to target one creature with it.
Okay.
Yes.
Then I'll get Ramirez up first then.
Okay, Ramirez, you're up with.
I have one use of it left.
16 hit points.
Okay.
And then I'm going to... Oh, is this a bonus action? I believe it's a... Oh, I don't know why it's not coming up. I believe it's a bonus action, but I'm going to activate my Eldritch Tattoo, and then the dark smoke kind of just washes over through my armor and skin real quick, and then I can have my Eldritch Maul attacks. But then... Actually... I can't see anything. Oh, no, there I am. I will come here, and that should be it.
Okay. Vasilika, you're up.
Still catching my breath. She, on her knees, grabbed her holy symbol. And a flash of light started going around 30 feet around her. And a mystical voice that we don't understand goes into the undead here. So I'm channeling turn the undead.
Oh, nice. Do you want to just link me real quick? Because at your level, do you get Destroy Undead?
I don't know what
do.
level it is.
Yes, but I don't know what CR it hits up to.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Here. Let me check really fast.
Okay, you lift your holy symbol up, and you can see for a very brief, like 3 seconds, a glimmer of sunlight bursts outwards and pulses out, hitting the 2 banshees on either side. They have to succeed a what? Wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw of 16. And also, I think also... oh my god, this is so sad. How to say? The main banshees. I forgot her name. Sorry.
So the 2 banshees, they hold their ground as they shield their eyes, but it takes the main banshee, as you call her, by surprise as she rounds the corner, and let me just check her link real quick. No, she doesn't have it. Oh, yes, she does. Okay. One moment.
Yeah.
Oh. It takes up a spot. She lifts her eyes. You can see the flesh singes, but she remains ground, not turned.
And I'm assuming that the banshees are higher than CR1, right?
Correct.
Then Destroying Undead doesn't have.
No. Oh, I'm just. It was a good effort.
11 that you get CR2.
It was a good effort. I'm gonna give you inspiration for that. A lot of clerics forget to have that. That was really good. Unfortunately, these are some strong spirits.
Yeah, I noticed. They haven't seen the light in years. And I'm gonna cast a healing word on Casimir. And I'll stand up.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
Not really.
Thankfully, you have an ally to your west. She's going to go ahead and be preoccupied over here with the werewolf kind of fighting him. So I'll go ahead and roll that. Okay. As Brander, you take a turn.
Okay, Brando's just going to rush over just to cover Basilica towards this one.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just going to pull out his sword. He's just going to say, I didn't really plan on fighting beauties like you, but you're giving me no choice. And attack. 21.
Hits.
For 13 slashing, 4 cold.
And you're hitting with a magic weapon that takes full effect.
And second, 11.
And 11 does not hit. Dodges the second one.
And the wee tanker just flies
I'm
up
gonna
in the
correct.
air.
I'm gonna correct something here because you're close enough to notice. As you retrieve your sword, you're expecting that rime and frost to take hold of the spiritual form. None of it takes. You seem to be immune to cold damage.
Yeah, and the wee tanker's just going to fly up below, and it's going to take one of his pop shots.
At the Banshee, 17 hits.
17, and for 6 force.
Takes full effect. Unlike other ghosts you fought before. With incorporeal-like movements, the creature before you is going to go ahead and move through the corpse of the Gloomstalker and positions herself here. She's going to go ahead and reach out and touch Vasilika with her cold, corrupting touch. Vasilika, it is 10 to hit.
That's a miss.
You dodge out of the way. The creature then goes into the floor. Both you, Vasilika, and Brenda, if you wish to use your reaction and try and hit her as she's vanishing below the Gloomstalker, you may.
I will do it.
Yeah, Brandar would, but with this, he would just kind of throw a punch to it.
Okay.
Just as it's like 27 for 10.
She just dodges. Oh, 27. Jesus. Yeah,
27, yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Just thunderous boom. Just bursts through the body and impacts the floor, cracking the floor. And then she begins to rematerialize slowly. Vasilika, did you take your reaction? Or you choose to hold on to it? Okay.
Yeah, I'll hold it.
So she vanishes and reappears at the feet of Javik. All right. We have Katrina's turn. I'm using her legendary actions as appropriate. Just give me a moment here. I see. Okay. Reappearing, she's going to go ahead and move over yonder and toward you. Javik flanking you. Corrupting touch with advantage would be... Advantage. Corrupting touch. 20 to hit.
Yes. Hits.
Okay, for 15 necrotic. As she will then go ahead and...
So I will runic shield that.
Meaning?
That is an attack that I can... That's an attack, so... when another creature you see within 6 feet of you is hit by an attack roll, you can use your reaction to force the attacker to reroll the d20 and use the new roll.
So
Yeah.
it's either 10 or 7, either 10 or 17 with advantage?
I think it's reroll. I don't know how that works with reroll the d20.
Well, I rerolled the highest of them, so it's either 10 or 17. It's still advantage because flanking. You don't cancel advantage. So 17 to hit?
17 still hits.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay, 15.
Alright. And then we have another flanking. Against you, Javik, beginning of turn, 21 to hit.
Yes.
For 21. Okay. Just gonna go ahead and keep on attacking you. As Ramirez, you may take your turn.
Okay, so let's see.
You have Casimir dying beside you still.
No, I
Charge
cast Healing Word on
Oh,
him.
right, on Casimir for 7?
Yes.
Okay, he's up. Gotcha.
Bonus action, I will second wind. As I need some higher health. 26. And then I will... I'm gonna move to here. Moving through Zavik Square. And then coming at the main one, so Katrina. saying, really should be nice to your brother. Good job. This need to help. This is not working, so I'm gonna do voltage double attack her with that. So sword and sword.
The first one hits for what's my total here? Actually, they both hit.
So first one is 13 magical piercing, 4 lightning, and the second one is 13 magical piercing, 3 lightning.
Oof. It is a big ol' hit. 4 total, 33, okay.
I'm assuming she's not bloodied yet.
No, she is enraged.
Oh my god.
Take the aggro.
Casimir, calm your sister, man.
Will they learn to leave me alone?
I will. That's the end of my turn.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Big ol' hit. She is gonna go ahead. It's not top of the round. She already used it. Yeah. Okay. She's gonna go ahead and make one corrupting touch attack against you, Ramirez. 13 to hit.
13 will miss.
All right. We have.
A quick question. You see his horrifying visage thing? Should I have made a saving throw at the end of my turn to try and not be
Yes.
frightened?
Yes.
Wisdom.
Still
Yeah.
frightened.
Fuck!
Fact indeed. All right, we have Emil. He's gonna go ahead and keep fighting, keep punching ghosts.
Do it, my wolf guy.
Oh my god, that's a natural 20
nice.
there. Okay, so we have
We've got
14
some.
plus 10 plus 9 plus 16.
That's the
Fortunate-
leader of the pack.
Pack leader, unfortunately, still attacking a ghost, so all that half is 24. It's still up miraculously, but that was a good hit. The ghost's form begins to slowly decomport and dematerialize as she's essentially the ghost equivalent of bloodied. Casimir is back up. He's gonna get up onto his feet, look around dazed, and see this banshee in front of him, and he's gonna go ahead and try and attack it. Let me test out my Casimir block for the first time. If I actually play him. Misty Step is a bonus action, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah.
Bonus action,
It
Misty Step.
is.
Over yonder to safety. And when he reappears out of the mist, he's going to lift his ghostly skull staff, and he's going to go ahead and can he cast shield on other players?
No.
Oh, around
No,
you only.
shield
Oh,
is
shield is a
self
reaction
only.
too. It's fine. I'm going to go ahead and start with something simple here. A app-casted magic missile. I see, that's the total damage, isn't it?
Yeah, just
Yeah, okay.
rolls.
Neat. So total damage of 23 against this bench over yonder as like 6 missiles shoot out of his staff and impact poof, 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 one after the other. With that being said, Javik, you may take your opportunity to finish off the bloodied banshee behind you or the main one in front of you, or do whatever it is you wish to do.
I'm going to kind of fit the thematics, and because I'm scared and everything, I'm starting to freak out. And I'm yelling, "Get back! Get back away from me!" And I'm going to reckless attack. Though
So it's normal roll, yep.
Yeah, so it normal rolls. The one to the right first. I drop my axe. I am going to rage. And that's as a bonus action. Drop the axe. I have the Eldritch Claws still, and then I'm going to attack the first one to the right. And this will be hit right here.
19 for...
Oh, wait. Actually, that's a total of 13. I didn't have rage on. 13 total. Yeah.
Cool. You pierce into her form and you begin to rip apart, and piece by piece, it's like ripping apart a body underwater. They slowly floats down as you can see her now ripped open torso, bleeding this wispy white like blood onto the air, and her eyes roll back and you can hear this sobbing cry.
Is it finally over?
As she sinks in the ground and just vanishes, dead.
I'm gonna just kind of keep the momentum going, getting super close because I'm just recklessly going to oh my god, why can't I remember fucking names right now? Really close to Ramirez, just with a wide claw attack, and I'm just gonna use the other two here. That's the next one for a total of 13.
That hits.
Or excuse me, 11. 12.
12.
I can't count. I'm sorry. Okay, and then the last one.
Hits for a total of?
So that's 13. That's 25 total.
The darkness encroaches.
She is beginning to lose form and bleed as you begin to see like magic charge up in her hands.
I don't have
Still
anything
as
as a reaction I
terrifying
can
as
do.
you looking into it. Okay.
Yeah, that's. I'll just stay here.
Okay, with advantage because you're going reckless. She's gonna attack you for 20.
Hits.
12 necrotic.
I'll use my reaction at that, and a flash of light is gonna appear in her eyes. She has to do it with disadvantage.
So it's 15 to hit. In the last moment, a glint of sunlight blinds her. Her eyes glaze white as she just lacerates and leaves a scratch in the wall beside you, missing. Good job. Vasilka, go ahead.
As soon as I blind her, I take a step back, and 3 orbs of fire are gonna come out of me, and I'm casting Scorching Ray. And
Nice.
one is going to the Banshee on the top. Oh man. A second ray to the Banshee on the top.
Okay, the first one hits. The second one hits as well. For a total of 11 there. Yep.
Yeah. And
Still
question,
standing.
do I have advantage against that Banshee? I'm
Which one?
asking because I remember the one on the top.
Why would you?
Because I recall you were talking that the leader of the pack had like something that gave advantage to everyone else, but I don't know if I have to be 5 feet.
You do not have advantage.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
And I'll throw a last one.
Emil is used to fighting in a pack. Right now he's fighting alone.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's my turn.
Wolves kind of fight together, group together, not with snipers. Wolf snipers in the back. Yeah.
Yes, there are no wolf snipers yet.
Yeah.
They're coming.
Sure. Maybe
Novar
Next in the edition. Sniper
Novar might
wolves.
be out there somewhere. Novar might be out there somewhere.
Yep.
Recovering
they're
from the
coming.
fire, you can see that the fire magic takes hold but doesn't deal as much damage as you hope for. So she's still standing. She's gonna go ahead and continue assailing. She's gonna go ahead. Actually, you know what? She's gonna meld into the wall back here. He's gonna go ahead and try an opportunity attack her as she is bamfing away. Hitting. And she's gonna go ahead and reappear through this wall and just charge towards you, like mouth agape. Oh my god. No, you aggroed. That's what I'm doing. Are you frightened? No, I don't think so.
I'm not frightened.
19 to hit for 13 necrotic.
I'll use my reaction to put sunlight on his face. Has to roll with disadvantage.
Okay, so
it's
I'm rolling with normal, just to roll twice. So I'll roll again. Come on, don't whisper to Jam. Public, please. I rolled a natural 1, anyways, so miss.
okay.
Okay, and it's gonna end its turn there, even though it's flanking it. But it's enraged. Go ahead, Brenda, with your turn.
Yeah, Brandon is just going to shift around here, so I'm flanking this bitch.
Anyways, with me.
Can you walk forward? I mean, when you are afraid or frightened.
Yeah, you cannot walk toward your frightened quarry.
Alright.
Yeah.
And besides, you're flanking with me, I think, right?
Oh yeah, so we are. Good point. Yep, my bad. Yep, just going to attack it. Let me just set it to advantage. So, first one. 28.
26 for... Yep, that hits. And that's...
Just 12 slashing, you said cold had no effect.
Because your weapon is magical, it takes the full effect. You pierce through her and twist the blade, and you can hear her wail in pain as she too begins to de-apparate and just die.
Okay,
Vanish.
and this girl will be a disadvantage, but he just has paper box for his side, and he'll just shoot towards. I know it will be disadvantage.
Can you shoot offhand with your weapon if you... Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah,
multiple
true.
attacks. No,
Yeah,
you have multiple attacks, I forgot. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Alright, you take aim.
21
Hits.
for 5.
The bullet being not magical, it passes through her, it doesn't take its full effect, but it does damage.
And that'll be... well, Homunculus isn't frightened. He'll just go fly over here, and he takes his own little pop shot.
Hits.
27. Damn. 5 force.
Alright. Very nice. So, with this sobbing cry, you see Petrina, the Banshee, lift her hands up, their hair following along, airborne, floating as if through water, and she cast a spell. So it's gonna go ahead. You look to your side there, Javik, and you can see the coins in the chamber begin to like hover, as if defying gravity. Several of them lifting and then shooting out of the crypt. Down, like 5 of them sailing toward you, 5 more sailing toward your ally behind you there, Ramirez. So let's do against Javik first. Just bear with me here.
Real quick question. I forgot to have my damage activated for the Eldritch Maul on my claw attacks. It's just 2d6s. Would I be able to put those back onto her, or if not,
roll them.
I can just
Roll
say it's
them.
my
I'll
fault?
apply it.
Okay.
Okay.
5 total.
So one by one here, you see coins shooting out just at you, Javik. First one is
Ugh.
19 to hit,
Yes.
18 to hit,
Yes.
19 to hit,
Stop it.
11 to hit,
No, not that one.
and 19 to hit.
God damn it. Yes.
I know. So for a total of 5, but you're raging. Plus 6, plus 8, plus 5. 24, it's 12 bludgeoning against you because you're raging.
Okay.
And the coins end their turn on your space. So you have 5 of these fucks on you. And then past you, sailing toward Ramirez, we have...
Oh, I forgot to make my wisdom, sorry.
16 to hit,
He
I'll
misses.
wait until you're done.
5,
Misses.
11, 16,
Well.
natural 20.
I'm actually gonna stop them at the point with another runic shield. He has to reroll.
So just, well, it doesn't have to reroll, it just becomes not critical. You're not canceling the roll, you're canceling the critical.
The runic shield is
Runic
whenever
shield?
I get hit by an attack roll. Yeah.
Tommy's tired of
I
all
get
your
that.
runic
Fine.
aspects, man.
And those coins are going to go ahead and end their turn on your space as well, floating all about you like little pieces of shrapnel ricochet. Alright.
I forgot to make my wisdom, I'm just going to do it quick.
Oh shit! I gotta make a wisdom too.
16. There we go.
16. You're no longer frightened. Hold on.
Oh, fuck me.
I'm looking at the wrong banshee. Give me a moment. 16? Nope. Sorry. Still frightened.
Ah, God!
It's okay. I failed too.
You can do your flash of.
Genius.
Yeah.
Still the mind
and you
or
use
save
your
it?
action.
I'll save. I've only got one left. I'll
Okay.
save it just in case.
Ramirez, you are surrounded by flying, floating coins all about you. Silver, gold, platinum, glinting in the torchlight. Before you use Patrician the Banshee, what do you do?
Okay. So, so I have a bunch of coins in my square.
Yes.
That's being in my square. So,
Tiny, minute objects, like all occupying your space, like a swarm.
yeah. So I am going to go ahead and do a fun thing with voltage. And I am going to use Storm's Fury. For all the good that does, we'll see.
What is Storm's Fury?
The Storm's Fury is, if I paste the text from this guy. So I am shooting effectively a lightning bolt from my square, and 5-foot wide line extends from you to a target within 120 feet. My target is here. So that's going to hit everyone in that line except me. So I believe that is that is the coins in my square and...
Oh, you're throwing the voltage sword. Okay.
It's not the throw one, it's the other one. There are two things.
Yeah. You launch a lightning bolt out of sword. Neat. Okay.
Yeah, I throw the lightning bolt out of sword. It's only 8 points of lightning damage, but I think that also will catch...
I'll allow it to catch a point the ferrous conductive coins about and deal whatever damage I will deal to them. Yeah.
Yep. So DC 13 dexterity saving throws on all those folks' parts for half damage against 8 points of lightning.
How many points? 8?
8 total points of lightning. Half damage on a success.
Okay, so it rebounds across them, just lightning bolt, just rebounding, and until it arcs toward the Banshee as well. She's gonna go ahead and make her save next. For an 8.
Yep.
No, that is 12 because because magic resistance. So 12 still receives the 8 damage. Okay, and it's lightning. You said?
Yes, it's lightning damage.
You see, it does hit, but she seems to shake off some of the effect, being incorporeal, not of this fail. But it still damages. Yeah.
And then bonus action, I will activate my dorm room. So that's I go into a trench state.
I'm so happy that you have class abilities because none of those are spells. Emil will come to your aid there, Javik, and flank with you, trying to get you to shake out of that fright. He's going to go ahead and attack the Banshee. (27, 18, 20) all hits for a total of 15 plus 7 plus 16. Halved is 15, 38. Okay. She's still standing, but barely, as he attacks with non-magical attacks. Casimir is going to go ahead and charge his stave once more and try and banish away this ghost. Okay. 4th level. It's rolling it. For 19 to damage total hitting. With that being said, Javik, it is the beginning of your turn.
Okay.
And she's gonna roll twice again for Constitution. 19. Go ahead with your turn. I'm just rolling things on my end.
Yeah, I'm... Oh, you know what? Well, I'm still frightened, so I think I'm just gonna recklessly attack again. Just yelling, just get back, make her stop. And I'm gonna go with the claw attacks again, and then Amila's flanking, so that'll actually give me advantage. So let me get advantage.
Well,
on this.
you didn't rule out of frighten, right? So it's normal rule.
But I reckless attack.
So it gives you advantage, which means it's a normal rule.
Right, but then if I'm also being flanked,
You can't
If I'm
stack.
flanking.
You cannot.
Matter.
oh, I only get one. That's right. I'm sorry.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. You can't stack them. It's just
Yeah,
one cancels
I
the
keep
other.
forgetting that.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at that.
That's okay.
Okay. Okay. I have everything checked this time. So here's the first one.
How do you want to do this?
Oh, cool. It's a really cool way. Just wildly, just kind of swinging and just going crazy. I just, with the attacks in my eldritch like hand and everything, it just pierces like right into like where her heart would be, and it just gets stuck there. And I start like shaking and everything. And then just
Decay and rot.
And it just explodes out into ethereal, like misty smoke. Vanquished.
nice.
You see, like, you hear the clink of coins as they, one by one, drop to your feet. We are out of initiative.
Okay,
Okay.
I have lost more than 100 points. Okay, without being attacked.
Casimir drops to his, like,
Goddamn.
knees, heaving, breath. Emil Tornesco just, like, grabs Javik and just, like, does the, like, bro, dab me up,
Bro,
like,
snap.
that was awesome.
Yeah, I would just probably still just be like fueled by like nightmare fuel, like being frightened and then just also being enraged. So it's just a powerful combo. But yeah, he's trying to probably get me down.
Get you out of it, yeah. Snap out of it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well then, while I am in this pathetic state, we should quickly search the room. Perhaps make sure she's not going to come back. And we'll go about quickly searching the interior of Trina's tomb.
Okay, Ramirez vanishes past the threshold of the crypt. You can hear the jingle of coins beneath his feet as he goes into the darkness. The rest of you, what do you do meanwhile as he's taking his time to like investigate around?
Nothing really. Catching my breath. Again.
I would probably break out into a cold sweat and kind of grabbing onto Emil, and just grabbing his forearms like just really tight, and just saying like,
It's okay.
I lost it. I can't feel it anymore.
Feel what?
I lost all my rage abilities. That's what I'm playing it as.
Stay with us. Stay with us. Come on, feel the bloodlust. Come on. Let that guide you. You beast yourself. That's a stronger part of you. You can make it. You've been through worse. There you go.
Just heavy breathing, just trying to calm down.
Don't let them get to you. Just go.
the-
Just punch him. Just go.
Yeah. Blast them.
Yeah.
But
All
yeah,
the while you're trying to shake off this fear, you can hear the ceaseless sobbing in your head.
I just internalize it and just keep it to myself. The smoke and the kind of like spectral like claws that are around my already claws just dissipate and fall to the ground a little bit. So that's over with. And then yeah, just trying to chill.
Okay. With one final cry, the banshee voices seems to kind of discorporate from your mind and fade away. But a part of you will remember this encounter. Ramirez, so you look about you. In the center of the crypt, There's a skeleton draped in rags that lies atop the marble slab, surrounded by thousands of coins. Thousands. Like, it would take some time to count them all. It's a treasure hoard of some sort. Set upon a white marble podium right beside you, dusty and veiled in cobwebs, is a thick tome. It has a cover made of wood and the color of like deep mauve and brown.
I will pick that up and open it to look at it.
The tome's pages are made of vellum that has been enchanted to endure the ages. It contained within its pages many, many spells.
Oh, Casimir, imagine even if she was angry with you that your sister would have wanted you to have her book of spells.
I do not
And we
think
don't
that
have
was
them
her.
going from-
That was not the Patrina I remember. It is but a remnant. An angry vestige. A banshee. A spirit of our people. A spiteful creature born of the memory of the dead. An undead remnant. But this will be useful, yes. You give him the book for now?
Yes.
He
Look,
goes
immediately.
through the pages, and by the way he looks at it, you can see recognition, as if he's seen this object before. A treasure, family heirloom, recovered. When she's returned to us, Pathina would want this.
Yeah.
I don't suppose any of you would make use of it, not being in touch with Arcane as I am, so I would keep it for now. If that's alright.
My little arcane tricks are not from books, unfortunately.
You see Casimir look about the tomb. He continues kind of mumbling about the creature you just encountered, this woeful undead remnant that comes from elves blessed in life with great beauty. He says, my sister, she was a woman that failed to use her power, her gift, to bring joy to the world. Instead, using it to corrupt and control. And now she's afflicted by the Banshee's curse. The spirit existence who experiences no gladness, feeling only distress in the presence of the living.
Well, how do we deal with it? How do we stop the curse? Is it just destroy the body situation, or is there
No,
something
I
else
need
we
it.
to do?
Leave the remains.
Yes.
We can.
Leave them here, or
I
do you
do
want
not.
to try and bring them with us?
He looks to you for guidance on that part. He doesn't even want to make all the decisions.
Yeah.
Whatever. You guys are here to help him get to the Ember Temple. He cannot do this alone.
We should take the body. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll bring some sort of peace to her. If you don't wish her to be on pain any second longer.
Yeah. We have a good way to carry it. Carry her.
Anybody got a bedroll you can wrap it up at least?
Yes.
Well,
I do.
She
Yeah,
had
I
I have a bed.
she had some sheets on top of her.
Yeah, rags and
Yeah.
tarps, ancient.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
we can use that.
I have a blanket, which I don't use.
I'm just gonna say, remember, it's a skeleton at this point. The moment you try and lift one piece, it's just gonna fall apart.
Right. So,
it's
You
a
say
big
that.
hole.
You say that, and I thought kind of. No, go ahead. Go for it. Sorry, go ahead. Roleplay. I'm not gonna say anything. Yeah.
I will. Well, we should start picking this up, picking her up quickly. Don't want to stay here longer than necessary.
For the sake of the spell book you just found, the treasure, Casimir would have given you enough time to kind of glance over it. Do you want to roll me like an Arcana check to see what you can tell about it, or?
Sure. I will
Yeah.
do- Hello. And would this been within this would not have been within a minute of Archon bet, would it?
Well, Arcana check is just for you glance at the pages of Vellum. What did you glean from glancing at them?
Yeah, what I'm looking at is if it was within a minute, I could do this to give myself advantage, but it's too late.
If you want to take a minute to investigate, you can. Yeah.
No, this is if it was within a minute of the battle where I had activated.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I'd have had that,
Not being proficient in Arcana, you don't understand the spells themselves, though you can tell that there are several of them in the 30s in terms of amount, divided into their respective chapters. Symbols repeat on and on from the different schools of magic as you know them, as well as some symbols you don't recognize, elvish in nature or perhaps even abyssal. Some spells draw their power from the weave, others from the outer spheres, beyond that of the material realm, and the weave provided magics there.
Yeah.
There is one word you recognize in Elvish that seems to repeat itself over and over in the chanting of his spells. Orcus.
Do you recognize that name?
You do.
Oh, I know, I do.
You characters as adventurers would know the basics of deities. Do you want me to explain to you briefly who that person is? I just assumed that you would know.
I didn't make that clear. I know Ramirez would know at least a little bit. I'm asking Casimir to see if he tries to hide that his sister was doing this.
My sister was a woman of many talents who used her gifts and powers in life to achieve great many things. I don't think that you or any of you are in a position to judge such a person. We all draw our power from somewhere. It is our actions that speak for us, not the origin of our power.
Yes.
She was very much like me, capable of going to many ends to achieve her goals.
Yes.
Is there anything that your people may want to bring back with you, Ramirez or Casim? They say that.
The treasures buried here are mine by right. When Strahd is finally defeated, I intend to return to this crypt and claim them all and bring them back to my homeland to aid in the rebirth of my race. If you see anything here that will aid us in our recovery of whatever it is we seek in the Ember Temple, then
I don't need wrong point right now. It makes it that much. Might be. Do we want to have?
Why do you doubt that? He says simply.
Well, we don't need all of it at least. We don't have time to gather it all, right? Because you said it would take hours to count it.
I mean, it would take time.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's possible is really up to the party.
I have 2 stacks on me, and I also have what's called powerful build, so I can lift and haul a lot more.
Let's collect as much as we can quickly, spend a couple minutes, and then move on to next.
Yeah.
Another
would nip in though, and he's going to just have another look around. And he's going to just try and brush things aside, just to try and see if he can maybe find anything hiding beneath any of the piles.
Sure. Go ahead and do me this will be an active investigation check.
Okay.
I mean, the many treasures.
It's 21.
I mean, the many treasures close to the marble. You find a holy symbol, a pendant upon a very fine chain. It is shaped like an upside-down moon crescent with multiple spikes coming out of the crescent itself that radiate outwards. The moon crescent is held at the center by a rod shape with several lines crossing it. If I were to draw this symbol out the way it looks on the pendant, moon crescent, several lines radiating out of it, a pole-like symbol that seems to attach itself to this crescent, and it's all held on this thin chain. You, being an artificer, can tell that this symbol is made of a mix of dark silver and mithril.
It wouldn't recognize like what religion it's based or anything.
You can roll me
like
a religion check if to see how you can recall. This is not any symbol you recognize off the bat, but kind of trying to ramage your brain, rack it.
May I help him? Oh, well.
Yeah. Yeah, either Brander roll another die and pick the highest, or you Vasilka, can roll as well, and I'll take the highest of the two normal rolls.
I'll roll.
Okay.
23.
There you go.
Giving Brander our hand recognizing symbol, you can recognize its abyssal in origin, which is why you probably didn't realize this culture symbol, because it's not exactly off niche. It belongs to the demon prince of Undeath, known as the Blood Lord, who took some pleasure in the suffering of the living, but has bestowed his gifts and boons upon those who were in service of Undeath. On the more extreme side, the symbol represents a desire to quench all life from the multiverse and transform it into a vast necropolical population, solely populated by undead creatures under this Prince of Darkness, by name whom you know as Orcus. Orcus had many followers over the years, some more extremist than others. The more extremist kind were tend toward evil, the less extreme kind just simply borrowed his power to achieve their own ends, being rewarded in some smaller degree. Among the pages of the spellbook in Casimir's possession is actually a sketch of Orcus' diagram in his reverence that presents him in his full form. The symbol in your hand is his symbol. It has been known to bend the minds of ghouls and the undead, and often those who have failed to serve Orcus in life would end up ghoulish and undead in nature as well.
I'll telepathically tell to Ramirez, Savik, and Mag. While we are here trying to retrieve her body, I'm not sure if we should bring her to the Amber Temple. Try to help Casimir. I'm afraid that her sister's intentions may be too dark, even for this land.
To be honest, I never believed in this plan, from the beginning. Just didn't seem right.
Well, it seems right to me. You've agreed. We're not on the same page.
I told that in their head. I didn't speak.
Yeah, and he spoke out
Oh,
loud.
I'm sorry. I didn't know you spoke into my head. I'm sorry.
Don't worry.
Oh, well then.
Javik spoke out loud, so like...
Yeah. What?
You
What'd you
may
say?
have your doubts now, but we have come this far. What has changed? We are looking for means of defeating Strahd, no? Is this not one of them?
Yeah. Yes. We'll bring peace to your sister and we'll defeat Strahd. But let's try to collect what we can.
These treasures are my family's by right, but collect what you need to aid us in our efforts. It is the least I can repay you with for your help. Now, if you don't mind, I need to sit back a moment. He looks faint. The excitement of discovering his sister's body is now kind of sort of fading as he steps back and just sits down on the floor against the wall. He's looking very bad. In terms of party strategy, I already rolled all his hit dice to recover him before.
Ooh, I think we don't have hit dice anymore. Anyone?
Yeah.
I have 1 hit dice, but I also have 1 of the 1 drink left of the greater potion of healing. If you would
I
like.
have Hail Mary.
Sorry. I kind of skipped over Brander there. Brander, you rolled me like a 21 on your investigation. You find that, and you also find a bottle containing a semi-translucent liquid. It has like what looks like an oversized black toenail floating near the bottom of the bottle. And when you kind of swivel the contents of the bottle, they seem to like shimmer with this like orange hue through the transparency. A magical potion of some kind.
Okay, he would just put it in the bag you're holding for now.
Okay.
I'll get that checked out later.
Well, I think we're all in bad shape.
I think
Another breather would cut it.
I mean, I'm quite okay.
I remember something about one of the names. Tasha's was supposed to be a healer, and none from before. And Strahd is sealing the crypts with some treasure, some precious items of them. Maybe we can find something that make us feel a little better, more recover from this.
Worth a chance, I suppose. Our alternative is to leave, because I don't think trying to sleep here is.
Oh, I ain't sleeping here, says Emil. I'm taking my first opportunity to get out of here.
Agreed. Sleeping here is recipe for disaster. I think.
The teleportation room that you were hasty to leave it. I'll be honest, I wasn't keen on taking the first steps through it for less than to be a trap, but it's starting to seem to me like more and more an option. I'm gonna take a way out. You do as you will. I owe you much, friends. Should you wish to reconsider my offer and join the pack, we'll be waiting for you. All of us. Me, Zuleika, the rest. I wish you well. Emil's gonna take his opportunity to try and get out of here on his own. He's not sticking around. He doesn't seem like he's keen to fight more.
Yeah.
He looks one last look at Javik, a knowing look. That strength, the inner strength of yours, you can put it to use. You don't have to let it make you into a beast, a monster. You can embrace it. Find us. And with that, he shifts into his werewolf form and on all fours begins to head north, back toward the teleportation room.
Fair.
Are we able to collect all the items on the tomb, or
Coins-wise, it will take you about an hour to collect them all if you have the volume for them. Counting them, I won't be coy about this. It is a shit ton of coins, precisely this much.
we'll take the platinum? Oh well, they are dispersible. Forget it.
Yeah, I have 2 sacks, and I can also take an extra carrying capacity of that of a large creature, so I can take it no problem. I just need to know how much weight it is.
I'm looking it up right now.
Per sack.
Yeah, I'm looking for weight of coins.
For any reason, are the coins separate between? There is like a pod that looks more golden than coppery.
Yes,
Something
I mean
like
you can recognize different mintages, though you're not sure where they come from. Not all of them are from Barovia, but you can recognize the material they're made of, if that makes sense.
I think that the objective of that is the like a pile of platinum that we could kind of push into a bag.
No,
quickly.
they're intermixed.
Okay. I would say just grab a little bit of it. We don't want to spend more time than necessary. What is that?
I was trying to take a look
Sir?
at the coins, but whatever. They're too low. Anyway, each coin is a tenth of a pound. 10 of them is 10 coins equals 1 pound.
Yeah.
Don't scare me.
So, like,
What does a sack hold? Look that up.
you are asking a lot of questions. I can look them up. But give me a second. Sack. D&D Beyond.
It can hold 30 pounds of gear.
There you go. So that's 300 coins.
I will take 600 coins.
If you want to sort them into like highest denomination, you can. This will just
I
take
think
all
that-
1 hour.
You just want to say fuck it and just... Well, I mean, we're not in a rush, but also
Yeah.
You know-
a lot of us are dying.
YOLO. Okay.
Take
Do you guys just want to try to sort out all the platinum or just hand fist them in?
We'll say us feasting.
Alright, I'm hand fisting them in. I'm just like scooping them into 2 packs and just hoping for the best.
Sure.
Yeah.
You're scooping a mix of coins to rattle into your haversack. All the while, you can hear half in your mind. Mockingly singing in your head as you continue to scoop them up.
Stop it.
Strahd, we gave up, man.
No, I would actually probably just like low tone like murmur that to myself as I'm scooping them up, hoping like the rattling of the coins would kind of overhear that.
Sure.
So, as minor question with that, is it just Savik that gives it, or is it all of us?
Just him.
Well, Savik is organizing the coins. I would like to attune to the magic item I got, to the Tide of Saint Markovia.
Okay.
If I can.
You can. You take the hour. Javik, you can sort them out. You can take the coins as you wish, but if you're just taking random fistfuls, I did the math there. But I mean, nothing's stopping you from just filtering through the coins and just taking what you want.
Okay.
In terms of magic items, the thigh bone in your hands, you're tuning to it. I'm gonna have to use the search tool. Thigh bone. Yes, there it is. Tuning to it. In the silence, you concentrate onto the mace in your hands. Flashes of memory find themselves in your mind, spoken to you as if from the staff, thigh bone itself, throughout this attunement process. You recall what you read about Saint Markovia. As a youth, she followed her heart and became a priest of the Morning Lorn soon after her 18th birthday. Saint Markovia proved to be a charismatic proselytizer, and before the age of 30 has gained a reputation for allowing no evil to stand before her. Markovia had long considered Strahd a mad tyrant, but only after his transformation into a vampire did she dare to challenge him. As she rallied her followers and prepared to march on Castle Ravenloft, Strahd sent a group of vampire spawn to the Abbey. They confronted Markovia and were destroyed to a 1. Suffused with confidence born of righteous victory, Markovia advanced on Castle Ravenloft. A great battle raged from the catacombs to the parapets. In the end, Markovia never returned to Barovia, and Strahd, long afterward, walked with a limp and grimace of pain on his face. It is said that he trapped Markovia here in the crypts beneath his castle, and you've found him, lingering here. You can feel the essence of Markovia, the saintliness, passed partially into the bone in your hand as the rest of her body decomposed. Her remaining thigh bone imbued with power that inflicts grievous injury to the undead. Specifically, it has the properties of a mace of disruption. which when you hit a fiend or an undead with this magic weapon, that creature takes an extra 2d6 radiant damage. And if the target has 25 hit points or fewer after taking this damage, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be destroyed. On a successful save, the creature becomes frightened of you until the end of your next turn. While you hold this weapon, it sheds like a bright light in a 20-foot radius, and like dim light into 20 feet more, like a torch. However, unlike a Mace of Disruption, which is a very, very rare holy artifact amongst the holy people, this bone might hold this power, but there is a slight chance that it might lose it and crumble into dust once the battle is concluded when you use it against vampires and their spawns and the like.
She wants a last chance to finish what she began.
During that hour, Brandar would have probably just checked to have seen what that potion is. You used to identify.
Sure thing.
See if you could figure it out.
It doesn't take you long to give it a little taste. You, as an adventuring type, would know that this is a potion of giant strength. The toenail belongs to a fire giant. And when you drink this potion, your strength score becomes different for 1 hour. 25. Which is a solid score of 25 for 1 hour.
God damn!
Yeah, he would just go, you go, Zabek, keep that for later. Don't drink it.
Okay, I drink it now.
Don't drink it!
I eat rat.
I eat rat. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight fire giant in that so we know what type it is. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah. I think in my backpack we can add also like more items. I don't have many items for free. Empty.
So you attune to the St. Markovius Tyrbone?
Yes.
How many attunement slots do you have left, just so I know?
All of them.
Okay.
I don't have.
So you're attuned to one item.
Mm-hmm.
I was also going to say, during that time, if it's possible, can I hand that short sword, the +1 short sword, to someone if they would like to
yeah,
figure it
Brandar
out?
would have been away.
Alright, cool, take it.
Sure, I'll allow you. Since the first item you identified in this hour was a potion, which most adventurers would know off the bat just by tasting it, I'll allow you to spend the rest of the hour for the sword. Just one last note, Vasilica, do you need like help adding it to your sheet as a weapon, or are you good?
I'll look for the Mace of Disruption. It's in
the handout I gave you. Everything is in the handout.
Okay.
Brandar, the sword. Give me a moment. I have to look it up because it's all the way back in those dungeons. This is where you got it. Castle Ravenloft.
Heavy sword.
Dungeons and Catacombs.
I think I got it. Yeah, it's all good. I got it.
That's good. Just bear with me here. I'm scrolling through all these cells to see where you found it. Glowing blade that was found in a cell beneath the waters. Glows. You identify it. It is a crusading short sword that has belonged to some adventurer here that found her end in the catacombs. It seems to speak to you all the while you're holding on to it, as if it has a will of its own. This sentient, lawful good +1 short sword seems to see and hear things around it, communicating and transmitting emotions to the creature carrying or wielding it, almost telepathically. You can feel the sword's purpose was and is to this day to fight evil, and it has additional properties. It continuously sheds light, and it doesn't seem to be willing to extinguish itself. A lawful good creature can attune itself to the sword in a matter of 1 minute, so it doesn't even take you that long to identify it in your hands. While attuned to this weapon, the sword's wielder can use the sword itself to cast the Crusader's Mantle spell once per dawn, which is like, holy power radiates from you in like a 30-foot radius, awakening boldness in friend creatures. Until the spell ends, the aura moves with you, centered on you, and while you and other creatures are in this aura, each non-hostile creature in the aura, including you, deals an extra 1d4 radiant damage when it hits with a weapon attack. You simply lift the skyward, utter a prayer, and it makes everybody's weapons holy in nature.
That's cool.
Yes. Here's the
Sorry,
hand.
I just can't picture thunder, Thundercats. Oh,
Sure.
sorry.
The somatic component for that spell is up to you. But that's the sword.
If anyone would like it, they're more than willing to. I probably will just stick with an axe.
While the Sanction's sword is lawful good, the creature wielding it doesn't have to be.
Oh, okay.
It's just it attunes quicker and is friendlier toward lawful good characters.
I mean, I've already got my sword.
Do you want another?
No, twirl voltage. Likewise.
Yeah, I'll hold it then.
I mean, I could have almost say, but I'm attuned to enough things at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So you have light again, Javik, as you're holding a sword. It just never extinguishes.
Okay. I am attuned to 2 items then. Oh, actually, yeah, fuck it. I'll attune to it.
Okay. I'll set its token and picture later at a later time. Just don't want to do it in the off session.
Fine.
I'll just make it look like so. Yeah. Figure it out. But yeah, it's a +1 short sword, and the handout is right there. You can't speak to it. It might be able to help you. Just keep that in mind. It is a sentient living thing. Alright, that's the spellbook, gold, which you guys can take as you will. Just let me know how much you guys all took, so we're all honest about this and we're not duplicating coins.
Yeah, so if I was to take 2 sacks, is that 40 per sack?
That's 300 coins per sack.
300, so I have 600.
So I rolled 40. I rolled 40 because you were like, I'm just gonna take fistfuls of it. So what I did is, instead of you like counting them and just fighting all the platinum pieces, which you can do, you just grabbing random handfuls. I was like, well, percentage-wise, well, how much would that be? But honestly, dude, just grab coins. They're yours to grab.
Okay. If we're gonna use the hour, yeah. I guess.
Yeah, if we're using the hour, then I'll take all the highest ones I can.
In the chest, it's only the items you tell Brander, right? Or was that something else?
Yes, the potion was in the chest. Kind of. There's also the chest. It's like 40 pounds heavy, made of wood and expensive metals. Not something you would lag around really. It's like 4 feet across. Holds more coins than just amid those coins you found a bottle with a potion. Casimir turns a blind eye, more focused on resting himself, trying to catch a breath. To little success, but he doesn't mind you taking treasure.
I will also rest because unfortunately I don't have a whole lot of carrying capacity for that.
Mm-hmm. So to answer your question, 300 coins per sack.
Yeah, so that's 250 for 1 plus 50 gold in 1, and then 300 gold pieces in the.
Mm-hmm.
Or wait, yeah,
cool.
Gold pieces in the other.
Just make sure that you make the sacks now weigh like 30 pounds each.
Yeah, I have the sacks here in my inventory.
Cool. And just drop them on the first vampire spawn you meet. Just hit him in the balls with like a sack full of coins. Yeah.
Take your tip.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
You took some gold.
You said you wanted to try one more. There's someone here who is known for healing. Potentially a chance for us to get some recovery before we head out into danger.
Yeah, it was in this direction. And start marching that way.
Sure, you'll have to like pass by graves because you don't have keen remembrance. The tomb right before you, I'll tell you that much. Fuck, why did I close the crypts? Alright, bear with me here. Castle Ravenloft. Am I dumb? Yes. Yes, I am. Closing that handout. It is such a big room here, and it's my one complaint about this. This is all awesome, but it's organized into one handout. Right. So the crypt right before you reads the following on the slab.
Okay. We are not touching that one.
You pass by column crypt. There's no slab door on this end, and look to your left here. The slab reads this. You don't seem to recognize the area you're walking in.
This way, and just kind of read the name on that one.
Okay. Vasilka, you proceed up north. Looking to your left, you see a crypt door. It reads this. So this is the one to your left.
Yeah.
And then you read the slab to your right. It reads a familiar name. Ramirez, reading the stone slab before you, you read the following name. An epitaph.
Yeah, Brando's checking something as he's walking too.
Okay. Brandar, you walk by that crypt over yonder, looking to your left. Before you is the following epitaph. Copy, paste.
Okay, that slightly piqued Brando's interest.
Okay. I can come back to Brandar in a moment if you wish to just discover his scripts on your own, but I just, for sake of fairness, Ramirez and Vasilka, what do you do?
Yeah.
Give a slight laugh that potentially he would be useful for learning to the lake at some point, but haven't found it. Vasilka, have you?
I found it. This was the one.
Yeah,
Hopefully
the
we
one
can
reads
find
Tasha
something.
Petrovna, healer of kings, light unto the west, servant, companion.
You used
Well-
to.
You want to try and open it? Should we wait for the others to get here?
Yeah, let's wait for them. But let's inspect just if there is something like inside Markovia. I would like to check for traps or anything dangerous.
Roll me
on
investigation.
Investigation.
You trace your hands across the pale marble. The stone's color seems to match almost your hands. Working your way from the up to the bottom, your fingers grace over a sunburst symbol. Very faded through the ages, but still chiseled onto stone there. And then you feel your hand being slightly gently pushed by a cold touch toward the center of the sun symbol.
Over there.
And you feel your hand press against the center, and there's give, like a button.
I'll push open.
You hear the stone slab grind as it opens sideways. There are several gear machinations that seem to move it to the side. There's a skeleton wearing tattered priestly vestments, lying atop a marble slab in the center of the crypt. The domed ceiling overhead is painted with a glorious sun mural.
I'll get inside the room and check the body if she has anything that will help.
You
us.
recognize the vestments to be that of the Sun Lord. Checking the body, draped around the neck of the skeleton is a sun-shaped holy symbol. It seems to call to you as a ghostly female voice whispers throughout the tomb. There is a grave to the west, with roses that never die, in a place built by healers, in a village called Krashk. When all turns to darkness, touch this holy symbol to the grave to summon the light and find a treasure long lost.
Thank you for your guidance in this darkness. I hope you are resting in peace. And
You're welcome.
Oh my, this is so creepy. And I'll grab kindly the holy symbol and try to not break it. Just take it off of her.
Sure.
Is there anything else in the room?
No,
Or-
not. You found all that there is of interest. The ancient dead lie still. The only thing that you notice is the vestments that seem aged, but not like you would have expected something like this to like turn to dust long ago, but they haven't.
The vestments. Do they look magical? Like they are in pristine shape?
They
Like
look
if
like
I
they
try-
might be.
Okay. I hope you understand why I'm doing this. And I'll take the vestments off. And take them with us.
Okay. You disrobe the skeleton, it falls apart as you do. You have to shake off some bones from the sleeves and such, but eventually you have the holy vestments in your hands.
Well, there was not what I was expecting, but it sounds like we may find something that will help us in Crest.
Decent if we go meet up with Emil again. Well, he's near there.
Yeah.
But well, turn to Salak is now arrived. What do you say we head out of here? Don't know. As long as we want to stay here, we're all in bad shape. We were
Yes.
hoping this would have some way to get us some level of recovery, but looks like we just have another mission.
Yes, it feels like that. At least we are not living without nothing.
Yeah, I hate to leave here as without as everything we could have gotten, but here if we stay much longer, we'll be in trouble.
Before we leave, I need some components to try to channel the lasting power of the abbot. I think this tomb may have some that could help us to do that. Will you be willing to hunt for a few more minutes to try to check them out? And I'll try to move this door open.
Okay, as you guys are trying very hard to push the door open, Brandar, you stand before this door over here. The epitaph and name upon it is King Katsuki, Katsuki the Bright, ruler, inventor, and self-proclaimed time traveler. With your power, it took you quite some time to try and drag this slab open, but eventually you manage it. As it slides to the side, you set it, and you look into the crypt. There is a skeleton draped in rags that lies atop a marble slab in the center of the crypt. Lying amid its bones is a stoppered drinking horn, a fat pouch, and a weird-looking scepter made of metal and wood. Above the bones, hanging from the dome ceiling by wires, is a wooden flying contraption that looks like a set of folding dragon wings, fitted with leather straps, metal bucklers, and taut leather wing flaps. Is what you immediately see.
Okay, the name Cascade, would that ring any bells?
Roll me a history check.
History, okay. $25.
25? King Katsuki the Bright. From the year or so you've spent in Barovia, you managed to acquire some knowledge on the people that ruled before Strahd. King Katsuki the Bright was a Lemurian king who, as the epitaph says, was indeed very much brilliant, like yourself, gifted with artificer-like knowledge, less in the realm of the magical and more in the realm of the alchemical, and studying the physical dynamics of the world rather than the magical folds of the weave. He was essentially above the table, like the Da Vinci of Barovia before other brilliant personnel like Strahd have entered the land. Is the long and short of who this person was. His only downfall was that while he was a miracle worker in certain areas, he had this obsessive pursuit of the subject of time travel and breaking of the very physical laws that he studied. Some claim he has succeeded, others claim that he failed and that led to his doom. None is certain. The history books do not go that far as to what was his final fate. Nonetheless, seems like his body lays here, amid a whole bunch of curios and interesting inventions of his. Off the bat, you look about, you see that the stoppered drinking horn lying at your feet is designed to be airtight, perhaps even water resistant, to protect whatever its contents might be.
Okay, it is going to be a bit conflicted because not one to really like to rob a grave, but he's just going to hang out, repair. It's just kind of take like the alpha. It's just like it just kind of just saying I hope what you have may bring us the ability to conquer Strahd and regain this land to what it once was.
Mm-hmm.
So it would collect the items that are there.
Sure. So you pick up the drinking horn, and the fat pouch. It seems to contain these marbles inside. Looking inside, you can see they're about half an inch to an inch in size. These silvered bullets, but they're round. They're weird. They're not like the ones that you designed for your stuff. And then there's the weird looking scepter made of metal and wood. You've never seen such an artificial thing before.
Nice.
But you recognize the trigger design, and oh god, it's a fucking musket.
Oh, cool.
Okay, sweet.
Blow a hole through someone.
Hanging from the ceiling, suspended above the corpse, is what looks to be some sort of a glider. Designed like a pair of draconic wings.
Yeah, it would collect that too, because who knows, it may come in handy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Strap it onto your backpack, musket in hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
The way I put it on your token looks like you're carrying it over your shoulder. Yeah. Right.
I mean, yes.
Oh,
No,
so
just
coins, magical potions, a fucking gun.
I'm just I'll check out the
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
If you're
So
curious
the
about.
gun,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So that's 1d12 for the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, then I guess when I'm out of here, I'm going to change my magic bullets over into that, because then technically it won't need to be reloaded.
Nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay.
All right. The glider, the design would need some time, like sort of figuring out stuff. Not something you'll be able to like off the bat figure out.
Yeah,
You'll need to sit down with this, which you can do now or you can do later.
No,
But
I'll
I can
do
explain.
later, so.
Okay.
Right, so it's drinking horn.
Mm-hmm. Airtight, watertight. Look, it looks like it has been treated to hold it. If you like would give it a gentle shake and feel the weight of it in your hand, it seems like it's filled with some sort of very heavy powder. You put two and two together, it's filled with gunpowder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which, by the way, can be just ignited by its own. You don't have to like load in the gun. You can also use it as an explosive. The handouts are there, so yeah.
Okay. A dragon glider and
The 20 a pouch containing 20 silver bullets for the musket. What did the rest of you do as he's sorting through that treasure?
On my way to the north to help Ramirez and Basilica, if anything else was open that we had already opened, or just sticking my head around, I really want to try and find that armor, if there was any, or if there was any in St. Markovia's.
You would remember there's none. St. Markovia
Okay,
just
that's
full
what I
of
thought.
vestments.
Yeah.
You were also looking for the wine last time, Nick. The wine. There was a tomb that said something about.
Oh yeah, the wine bean.
I have it here.
Roll me survival, Nick.
Okay. La 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 la. Wow.
You are lost in these catacombs. The stone slabs seem identical save for the epitaphs. You'll have to use your memory. You so think. And then you hear a voice in your head. Over there. That seems to take you under the chin and tilt your head northward.
Okay.
No. We should collect Brandar. We don't want to be separated from this area.
I just shake my head. I don't say anything, just hearing these echoes in my mind.
Yeah. So I'll make my way over this way a bit. So, Brandar, for heading.
Brenner's just holding like a pair of dragon wings and a gun.
Since when did you grow wings? That's something your order can do.
That's a good idea. I wonder if I could install these. Good point.
Might be useful.
It's funny you say that. They have perfect slots for your armor. Whoever this Kretsky was a fellow artificer with similar views. A match made in heaven.
He's as mad as I am.
Boys, look what I found! A gun and some dragon wings! Hell yeah!
You approach to join your group and your foot catches onto something. You kick it because you're just gonna almost step on it, and you look down through the fog. It's like a hand. Just like a disembodied hand.
Yeah, I think that's a bad omen in saying that we should probably go. Yous lot are probably not going to last much longer. You looking at Brandar, he looks fine.
I have that wine, or I have that flask, or the thing of the greater potion of healing if whoever
One more
wants
charge,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, one more charge of it. No one claimed it.
we keep moving, I think. Do we try and get out, or do we greedy and try and get more?
I'm going north. Goodbye. And then along that way, I'm very lightly humming that same tune I heard.
Okay.
Behind you.
You turn around to glance at the crypt, and it is the one you're looking for. Specifically, the epitaph, I think, yeah, you had it right. Artank Swilovich, friend and member of the Barovian Wine Distillers Guild. Here it is. Should you take your time to open the crypt?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to open it, and then while opening, be like, just reminding everyone, like, oh, hey, this is maybe there's something about the magic wine bean here.
Roll me athletics, please. I love how you keep calling it bean. It's a gemstone.
Yeah, gemstone. I don't know.
You
I couldn't think of the word.
go to grab the slab, and you feel it like lean away from you, like falling backwards, and you're like, oh, and you grab onto it. Thankfully, 15 is just what you need to like keep it from like sliding back and just slamming on the floor behind it. You
Thank God.
push it back towards you, and then you set it aside. It was not sitting perfectly in its frame, and thankfully it did not crash onto the floor because you look inside, and you're greeted by the faint smell of wine, a skeleton draped in rags that lies atop a marble slab in the center of the crypt, and heaped around it, covering the entire floor, are thousands of empty wine bottles. Held in the corpse's hands is a book.
I gestured to everyone else, like, who wants to grab the book?
Well, I will go up and grab the book.
Okay, I was about to say, I'm not as hurt, but it's your guys. Okay, on you go.
Gingerly stepping around the bottles. Some of them do clink because it's impossible not to step into some heap or another. They're like not like placed upright in neat rows. It's just literally a pile of glass. You find
was drinking and stopped it. I just kept leaving the bottles.
Gingerly stepping inside Ramirez, you see the book held in the skeleton's hand. The book is deep burgundy in color. The cover bears the sigil of the Wizards of Wine, wine barrels, the top of which are several cawing ravens. The title on the front, through the darkness with your dark vision, you can see, with the light of the sword held in Javik's hand, actually, you can see clearly it says, A Guide to Fine Wines.
May not hurt to bring back to Dimitri, since we might be going back to Kresh.
Yes. Well, that or perhaps Davian might like it.
True.
I will quickly skim the book.
Okay, opening the book, you see it details a 100-bottle variety selection of reds, whites, and rose wines. It appears that compared to the earlier years in the business, nowadays the winery is a shadow of its former self, succumbed to near ruin. The book details past partners of the Martikov dynasty, including the Watcher family, Durst household, and the Kreshkov farmers at the foot of the Abbey of St. Markovia. Someone had vandalized the page upon which is the sketch of the Abbey of St. Markovia, inked in bright blue ink upon the page is a sketch of a hexagon gemstone and the words, Taken from the swamp, Champagne de l'Estampe. Hidden in her heart is the secret to their art.
Whose heart?
It would be probably Psycho Bitch that we dealt with in the swamp. Remember when we first met?
Oh, yeah. Dude, that bitch dead.
I don't remember.
Wait, taken from the swamp. Oh, not her. Someone
Definitely
else there.
dirty.
Actually, we didn't even explore the whole swamp.
The two verses seem to be like separate paragraphs, as if speaking of two separate objects.
In her heart. I wonder who her is.
Her doesn't always have to be an actual person.
The sketch is right below the Saint Abbey sketch in the book.
Do you suppose it's in the Abbey? Might be.
Basilica might know better.
Do I know?
Roll
don't
me
think so.
roll me an intelligence check.
You know, I don't think we explored the whole abbey either.
We didn't.
Nope.
We keep having things. We keep being caught in time pressure and things, and not being able to do things. And then, hey, danger!
Yeah.
We need to keep moving, or we will die. Just like here, we probably have to get out of here relatively quickly. I think it's probably worth us making our way back to the teleporter and using that to get out, because I don't think we can really risk much more in here. Yes, of course, we all want to. Nothing risk to say. Looking at traffic. If you want armor, aren't nobles usually buried with armor?
I guess the ones who have had a military service. Trying to figure out. I'm getting lost in this place. It's hard to.
Yeah, the only one I can think of that we've seen so far is perhaps Strahd buried his brother in regalia, although maybe it's just in clothing. He was not really a fighter, if I remember correctly. But the folks we've seen, probably the highest status. But looking at folks we want.
I'm trying to keep track of all the names that we've come across. Well, actually, a lot of these we haven't even looked at fully either. There's so many
Yeah,
here.
because we just can't. We don't have resources.
Man, too bad we didn't have that onyx stone to just ethereal walk through all of these.
Right?
I know! Let's go pay Walker a visit.
I don't think that we want to be in ethereal plane on this part.
Right?
There are benches around. There were.
Shall we get going? Just while Randall walks, he just checks the last couple as he's walking.
Yeah, sure. That one says Prince Ariel du Plump, Ariel the Heavy. You've already been by this crypt, and Vasilka, I believe, did some recalling from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll look at folks and say, do we want to try this one? If you can't open this, Dorge.
Well, I'm also curious, like, if we were to teleport out of here, do we plan on coming back here because of we have Sergei's tomb here and we need to open up the bars, but
Question.
if we're here now.
Does Casimir has teleport circle?
No. That's a very high level spell that he's not possessed of yet.
Okay.
However, let me check something real quick.
Yeah, I think...
Do you ask him?
Yeah, I asked him.
Yeah, you look. He's like stepping gingerly in your midst, clutching his side, and he's very weak. He's very injured. You asked him. My sister's spellbook contains many spells. Teleportation circle is one of them. While I am not capable of casting it off the book, as I cast my other spells, I can attempt to transcribe it onto a spell scroll and then cast it. It will be a costly process that will take time.
Might be worth it to get it.
Essentially, making a spell scroll will cost you time, and even then it's not guaranteed that it's going to cast, because he doesn't have the spell slots for it. He'll have to roll an Arcana check. If it fails, it destroys the scroll and nothing happens. And you lose all that time and money. So it's possible, but like only thanks to Patrina's magic spells.
Okay. Okay. We can try to do that. We can leave, and through the book we may try to come back.
Yes, I suppose the question then is, do we make our way out immediately, or do we try and open Sergei's tomb one more time?
I don't think we should open Sergei's tomb now. I imagine that Strahd doesn't care what we're doing, but if we mess with someone from his blood, it may change.
Perhaps.
We do have the potion of fire strength, but I do agree with Basilica that if we were to pry our way in, it could be bad.
I look at Brander. I don't suppose your little companion there can get through the bars, could he?
Maybe we can trick.
Don't know how small he is relative to how big the the gaps in the bars are.
He'll easily get through bars.
I mean, I can't see like through his eyes or anything.
But he's asking, will it make it through the bars? Yes.
Yeah.
Don't ask me how a metal object can squeeze, but it can. Just becomes an amorphous.
This is just fine.
Also, I'm also pretty sure that is it like Find Familiar where you can just bamf him in and out of existence?
I don't think so.
No, because it's got the gem. When he disappears, the gem drops.
Okay, and why does it take to resummon him?
Just have the gem, and it's like a minute. It's a minute cast time.
Okay, and it's within 5 feet, or is it within 30 feet of you?
Within 5 feet, I'm sure.
Okay, so you can stand right next to bars, put your hand through the bars, drop the gem, and spawn it behind the bars?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Technically, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. But there's not... yes, it could fly about in there, but there's not much I can do with it in there. Like, I can't see through it. Like, it's vision.
Mm-hmm.
So it wouldn't give us much of a benefit to kind of explore in there, that you're saying. Well,
not really. Not if I can't see through it.
I'll try to open this door if it's possible. If not, Casimir, please give me a hand.
And
okay.
if I'm...
you guys continue discussing that. Just think of a plan. Meanwhile, Vasilka here, you push aside the door. Just give me a moment.
Sure.
It takes you quite a bit to push it, but eventually you get it together. The Crypt of Sir Leonid Krushkin features an oversized skeleton draped in jewelry rags that lies atop an elongated marble slab in the center of the crypt. Leaning against the slab is a blood-stained maul strung in with cobwebs. The skeleton is well over 7 feet tall.
You say that he has some gems on top of him?
Yes. 3 jeweled necklaces lying across the skeleton's chest.
I'll again try to pry the gems out of him. Take the amulet.
Easily done.
I may have a plan.
Sorry, I hate to say this though. Oh, actually, go ahead. You go ahead.
Pretty much, there's no lever, there's nothing over this end. But I'm wondering if on either side of the walls, on the inside, there's a lever. I could possibly see if the construct can possibly either push it, move it. Slightly has a mind of its own. It listens to commands. I could try.
Better than prying our way in.
Yeah, to get through bars like these, I need equipment that we don't have.
Sorry to
Yeah.
make someone repeat this, but what was the first plan? Because I had my girlfriend walk in and I had to talk to her real quick.
Send homunculus through, but homunculus doesn't really buy us anything, so.
Yeah, possibly. Brandar would do that. He'd like send the homunculus in to just try and basically see if there's a button, a lever, or anything like that.
Sure, you take a minute to despawn him, respawning him past the bars, and you enter the room with him, looking through its eyes. Can you see?
Nah, it's not got vision.
Why does it not have vision? Let me fix that for you, buddy.
Well, yeah, technically Brandar can't see through his vision, but it can basically operate on command. So if he says lever, button, I guess it could technically...
It disappears around the corner.
Okay.
You hear it flying around as it does. And then the portcullis lifts.
Wow.
Hey, well...
Huzzah!
Oh my god, I'm gonna cast that ward on me.
Yeah, well, this may... I should have said, you sure want to do this? Because it may piss off someone, but you know what? Hey, how about this? I've got mass cure wounds on me. Should I use it now? I've got a scroll.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, shit. We just rang the dinner bell.
Echoes from above. White marble steps descend to the tomb before you. You might as well go in now.
Do it. Go in.
We're already doing it.
Yep.
And have to.
Brandar starts walking up the steps, just making sure, just looking for...
As well.
He doesn't think there'd be traps here, but he's still looking anyway.
You descend down. There's a vaulted ceiling 30 feet overhead. A stillness, a calm amid the storm is felt here. In the center of the tomb, a white marble slab supports an intricately inlaid coffin. Chiseled into the slab is a name, Sergei von Zarvich. To the north, behind the coffin, all three alcoves feature a beautiful set of carved stone statues, standing one in each alcove. A stunning young man flanked by two angels, looking as polished and new as the day each was placed there. An iron lever protrudes from the south wall west of the tomb's entrance, where your homunculus seems to be like kind of resting on it.
Good boy. Okay.
It's currently stuck in the downwards position.
Yeah, so he just kind of helps it and lifts it off.
Yeah.
Well,
No, I mean not the homunculus. The lever is stuck in the downward position.
Alright, okay.
Yeah. Just as an FYI. I'm gonna have it like here.
So,
Beautiful.
spend all of a minute looking here, and then move back out and have homunculus close it and hope that we roll her back and hope that seals it up and we were never here.
Oh, well, he probably knows we're here, if I'm being honest.
Oh, I'm
Yes.
sure he does.
Yeah.
Suppose we should pay our
We-
respects.
Yes, we shall inspect and make our way out.
Yeah,
of
I'm
here.
just going to keep an eye out here.
I'll approach to the statues behind. Do I recognize them? And is there anything they're holding? There's anything behind them? I'm trying to see if there is like a door or
Perception check.
perception check. Okay. Please, guide me. 19.
You find nothing around the alcoves, but the space enough for a medium creature to squeeze through or a small creature to like freely hide behind. As you walk around the statue, you get a sense that you are not seen, but by whomever would like walk into this room, and you get like a terrifying sensation that like, what am I doing? Something could have been like hidden here and attacked me. But thankfully you find nothing but a hiding spot. The statue represents that of Sergei Vonzarovich as you've seen him in the pages of the tome. The two celestial figures remind you of Father.
Okay.
Javik, you feel your chin being directed to your right, and then your gaze shifted toward the tomb, the smooth surface of it, as you hear her voice in your head.
Over there.
I'm afraid if I open this, it might call the hounds. But
Yes.
I don't want to.
Your sword seems. Or actually, I don't hear that, do I? It's just.
You hear faint whispering coming from the direction of Javik, and if you were to approach closer, you'd be here, like within 5 feet, you'd be able to hear these words. It's not. It's a faint haunting from his direction.
Your sword wants you to open it.
I don't think it's the sword. And then I like quietly kind of say,
Oh,
it's her.
I mean,
With
as I said, I've still got that scroll that could heal you if you want to use it now before you open that.
Yeah, who wants the fucking wine I have? And where's what's his face?
Casimir.
Yeah. The fuck's that boy at?
He's lingering behind.
Okay.
Slowly he enters the tomb as well. I forgot he existed for a second there. Yeah, he's here.
I will force feed the wine to the next person.
like they're experiencing almost dead 3 times. I'm feeling fear for the first time. Just open it and get out of here.
Casimir just goes, you are my bodyguards. You needed more than I do. I will survive. I will pass on the wine for now. Thank you.
That may be your undoing.
Shut up. And for the first time, you realize that Casimir has not been speaking to himself this entire time you've been campaigning with him. And for the first time, finally, having been exposed to the Banshee, you hear too. The voices in his head. Now yours.
Look at Basilica. We should probably drink that potion, get some cover a little bit. And we should make the decision now. Either we open this and then leave, or we leave now.
Open it and let's leave. We make it this way. Why else we got inside?
Yes, and I will open the tomb.
Okay. The coffin opens easily to the touch.
And I'm assuming that I see a decayed body.
Yeah, I'm just reading it.
Okay,
you see a very well-preserved body, the flesh magically preserved. And at first glance, it looks as if he is simply sleeping in his casket. It is exactly as you remember him in life. He lays there still, embalmed in clothes and a shining full set of plate armor.
Did you say plate or half plate?
Plate.
Fuck.
You're looking for half plates. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you can just take the top portion. You don't have to
I didn't know if it was like all together, like it. Well, I mean, it's all separate pieces.
You
but...
know.
Yeah. Okay, I know what you mean. Yeah.
A full plate is composed of half plate and more components to make it full plate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and if we're going to Kresk, Dimitri, he was a blacksmith.
He could potentially be fortunate for you.
Mm-hmm.
True, but like you can also just take half full plate to make it half plate.
I didn't even think about that. Yes.
Yeah.
You're 100% correct. I'm thinking of it as just as a whole item.
You just don't wear the extra weight of like, feet gauntlets, whatever the fuck you call it, feet gauntlets, and boots, whatever they call greaves. Yeah.
Okay. What color is his armor? Just curious.
It's gold with accents of silver, platinum. It's expensive looking. A burst of sunlight at the chest that radiates outwards. Armor fit for a prince. You can see there's like wolf pelt at the shoulders and at the underpieces. Just so you're not pressing metal against flesh. He wasn't a warrior, and that's evident by his size. But beggars, not choosers. Perhaps it will fit.
I want it. Now's your chance to take it. Otherwise, I suggest we start looking at moving.
Yeah.
Out of here.
I'm gonna be checking for sounds down in the hallway.
Room perception check.
Sure. Please, Abbott, protect us.
You check for sounds in the hallway. Javik, what did the guys do?
I would. Man, nothing ever fucking goes right. But actually, I would like to pull out the sword that I have, the +1, and I guess just kind of reassure myself from just being really super uneasy in here that if I feel like the sword is as good as it kind of has it wants to claim it is, like if this would actually be, like, is this fine? Like, hey, can I definitely jack this dude's stuff without any consequences?
The sword seems to communicate in feelings rather than words. And in order to vanquish evil, it would see its wielder safe. It seems to almost speak to you that its previous wielder was a mighty paladin, armored, a champion of the light, a champion of good. Perhaps this armor is a gift.
Okay.
So you can be as mighty as my previous wielder.
Then I will undo the clasps and just take half.
Yeah, the body, you can tell it is not an illusion. It is real. It is as fresh as the day that he died. Preserved there in the tomb. You take your time to take off your armor, and should you strap it and don it on you, taking that, those 10 minutes, it begins to magically shape itself to your bodies, growing around your muscles to fit slimly and perfectly. It is +2 plate armor. That if you take only half of, it's +2 half plate.
I'm taking the pants too.
You get nothing.
I
I'm joking.
I don't want to allow it.
You cannot make 2 half plates out of a single full plate.
Yes, you can. Don't say it.
Half
I think
greaves.
you should, but you can't quite do it.
My armor is just my legs. Shoot for the legs.
I mean, that could work for Zavik.
Just crouch down.
Pure muscle, right?
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Oh my god.
I keep forgetting he's like 7'6". Okay. Yeah, it fits great. Everything's good. It just seems really bougie, so I guess I just kind of put like, not to like hide the colors or like it's pure goldness, because if we walk out into the world, it's gonna be like, "Yo, what the fuck did you get that from, dude?" Maybe just kind of put like a light cloth that I had like on me or something to kind of just
try and make it blend in.
Yeah, kind of like not like a sash, but I mean, just kind of put it over.
Well, look at
Secure it.
If you can get outside, you can dirty it relatively easily. Or at least make it a little less glaring.
Plenty of back guano out there.
Yes.
Put poop on it?
I think at this point, I will quickly just look at Sergei in the coffin and see if there's anything else there with him. If not, I'll say, hopefully you don't mind us getting revenge against your brother for what he's done to this land, my people. You. Suppose, looking at Brander, your people as well in Suffolk. You and Silka, your father.
Don't forget Tatiana.
Who?
Yes.
Does he has like any holy symbols or any sun shapes around him?
Yeah, he's wearing
The
his
armor?
holy vestiges beneath the armor, as well as a symbol to the Dawn Lord.
And
Mhm.
and kind of as we've been doing this, I would do an inspiring leader. It's kind of that saying we're talking about with Sergei, and that. Well, I hope he doesn't mind all of us taking some stuff from here and striking back against Strahd. And that we now have some equipment, some good findings from within here. As painful as being in here has been, it's a chance for us going forwards. I think we
Was
might help.
he was a follower from the Morning Lord. He
Yes.
understands the darkness that is here and the
He
pain
would
that
be
is suffering.
dreadfully sad at the appearance outside. Well, if there's nothing else there after Sav's taken the half-plate armor, I would go about reclosing the coffin.
Closes.
Say, well, we should probably make our way back to the... Hell, we're gonna get out of here at this point? Or pushing our luck as is?
Feeling too weak, and like I said before, I think Strahd is king of us, looking around his family.
Yo, let's get moving.
And also, Brandon...
I have only but the one concern. I have but the one concern. How will we get back here?
Well, I don't know. If we can figure... If
This
we
might be
figure
our
it...
only chance to get the bones, to finish your task for power. We found Patrina's body, yes, but we don't have the artifact which you sought, nor the bones.
Maybe this is an unpopular opinion, but if we close that gate, it is possible to take a long rest here, maybe, with some security.
Does leave us trapped if we do have something come after us.
I will bust these bars down.
Well, I'm less concerned about the bars being sealed, and more with there's one way into this room. We have no escape route if something's just blocked the door. But
I mean, we can check this whole room first before anything, but Casimir does bring up... Oh, excuse me. Casimir does bring up a good point. How would we make our way back in here? We know teleportation circles do exist, but Casimir doesn't have power to them yet.
But
And we don't have any access.
But he can transcribe it to a scroll, and we'll come back.
It would take like a lot of time. It's a 7th level spell, I believe, if not higher. That would take a matter of like days and a lot of gold components and stuff.
yeah,
I was just saying that it's possible. It's not a reality in the castle. He says we have better luck finding a teleportation scroll in the castle than me making one.
Okay. If you believe that,
it's not a fact. There is one in the castle. It's just saying that we have better chances of finding one in the castle because there's 0 chances of making a scroll here now.
if you believe that, I'll give it a go.
Does teleportation...
You son of a bitch.
Circle is 5th level.
I'll
Ping! From
You know what I'm
somewhere
looking for.
from somewhere upstairs.
upstairs.
Southwest and upstairs.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do a joke. Nothing innocent about a joke.
But no, I mean, it is possible we can stay in here and get like the most minimum amount of a long rest and then push forward, because once we do leave here, it is going to be a lot harder to come back through. Like, you're going to have to go through a bunch of jobbers, and then to get where we're at, we're already going to get beat up, and then start going through the castle again. It's like, woof. Unless we find a secret way, or if Esmeralda possibly found a good path, maybe, but that's relying a lot on her. Not that's bad, it's just...
In the end, the way it is, we can just stay here. And from what it looks like, they don't fully care that we're walking around here, so... I mean, they've already presented us with tea.
Well,
Yes.
he's playing with us. But we can't come through the main gate again, because obviously those giants will fucking wreck us.
Yes. Well, I suppose if we want to try and rest here, then Brenda, I suggest we hit that lever and we move so we are not in sight of the gate.
Casimir, can you
Brenda, moves the lever.
You pull the lever upwards, and you hear the bars move from ceiling to the floor and clang, locked.
Okay.
What was it, Vasilka, to work, Casimir?
Can you barricade the door?
The
Arcane lock.
portcullis?
That's what I'm asking. Yes. Can you use arcane lock on it?
Oh, let me take a gander here. I believe he can.
Yes.
That would make sense.
If he can, he will. Yeah.
But they could... Well, I mean, technically, yeah, they could just, like, send fire through the door, but...
I will.
Stop giving ideas, Nick.
I don't know, sorry!
Yeah. I will
Focus out!
I will spend a little bit of time kind of walking all of the walls and the ceiling of this room, basically just checking everywhere for something that goes through.
You see Casimir approach the closed portcullis, and then he brings his hand outwards as if asking for something. He says, I need 25 gold coins for this spell.
I have 25 gold coins for you.
Okay, you give him 25 gold coins, and he sets them up on the floor like in a neat row before the door, and then you see him hover his hand above them all, going from one side to the other, and begin to glow, and they catch on fire, and his flames then catch the bars on fire, and the flame works its way up the bars, turning the metal red hot before it cools off, and you can see this magic force field momentarily take hold of him, and the runes grow and glow across their surface before fading and becoming invisible to the eye, effectively putting the space under arcane lock. That was a second level spell. Okay, I'm just keeping track of his spell slots.
Oh my, that's second level?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, he touches a closed gate and becomes locked for duration. He and the creatures he designated when he casts the spell can open the object normally. He can also has the option of setting a password that when spoken 5 feet from the object suppresses the spell for 1 minute. So if you want to set a password, you can. Otherwise, it is impassable until it is broken or the spell is dispelled or suppressed. Casting knock on the object suppresses the spell for like 10 minutes. It will last until dispelled.
So, I vaguely missed the first bit. It can hit. He can basically say all of us can go through the door without a password.
Theoretically, you can.
I'll...
If I played him as a backstabbing son of a bitch, who would have walked through it and arcane locked it, but no. But yeah, he designated all of you as the ones able to suppress the spell. Should you wish to use a password or, yeah.
Maybe if we found someone, he may need to be kept safe. Maybe a password would be good.
Could be.
And I know that we may be detected. I mean, spied on.
They may be listening, so why don't you just say that password into your heads?
Yeah, I'll say that I'll agree on that. And
What password does the party agree on?
Oh, we should do
No.
hold on.
The Vasilica should just tell us what the password's going to be in our heads, because if she says it out loud, they may be listening.
That's very good.
okay.
Wow, that's a big brain move.
Out of character, anyone wants a phone password or?
Don't have a good fun password.
I'm trying to think of what's the type of killing called when you kill a family member. They have like regicide, patricide. What's the one for killing a brother? I can't remember.
Fratricide.
Fratricide? Is it?
Mhm.
Oh, it is. Yeah, fratricide. I don't know. I was just being edgy and dark.
Okay. Crack of dawn, because why not?
Crack of dawn.
The spell is cast.
Well, sorry, my memory's fucking terrible. The angel statues in the back, do each of them portray like anyone special? Or they're just tokens of faith?
Celestial figures seem to be rather vague, and you are not proficient in religion, are you?
No.
So you just look like angels.
Okay.
And one is Sergei, right? Like the one in the middle.
The one in the middle portrays Sergei. Both hands on his sword in a supplicant kind of pose.
Is the sword a statue? Or...
Statue.
Okay.
I would have noted
It's not a
otherwise,
sword.
trust me.
Okay, cool.
All the weapons. We want all the weapons.
Yeah, at the moment I like every weapon is magical. Give me everything, please.
Gib.
Give me the magic pants too. Don't forget that one.
Well, before, like Brandon just moves away from fear, and he just kind of sits down against the wall, and he's gonna just identify the musket. He's just to have a look, just in case.
Well, it's not magical.
It's not magical. Okay.
No, it's a good check, but no, it's a free invention, but it's not magical.
Okay.
Operates as a masked wood, yeah. Requires reloading, all that jazz with gunpowder.
Yeah, he's going to take a little time. He's going to switch over. He's repeating shot from the paper box to this.
Okay, noted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say like I'm gonna ritual cast commune. But I'm gonna speak to Strahd, or at least that's my intention.
All right.
Does anyone wants to ask anyone to or host?
Wait, ask that again? Does anyone want to what?
Ask anyone to or host.
Anything.
I'm trying to think.
Does it disturb you that we are how is it? Checking over your bloodline?
A voice reaches from beyond veils. No. You should be educated so you may know the truth. Like any sage or scholar, you should study the enemy as I study you. It only makes the game so much more funner.
Sorry, I'm just trying to think. I'd like to think of something good.
out of character. Oh my god, I love this. We can speak with Strahd every day, guys. Now
Yeah, great.
I'm not joking. I like it.
Call him up.
Eventually, yeah, just call him up like you're just laying on the ground and like you have your feet kicking in the air, like how like a schoolgirl would be on her bed. You're just
So
like,
what you
so what are you
wearing?"
doing?
Yeah. What you thinking about?
Yes, this is where you play the bard with spare levels. Level spells at the end of the day, just cast sending at the BBEG repeatedly. Just to
Strahd,
annoy
what are
them.
you doing?
Hmm.
Well, you know, slicing up the enemy. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Do you think, out of character, do you think it would be a decent question to ask? Be like, why do you hold on to your brother's remains like so close when, you know, like you betrayed him and everything? Why not just rest him? Like, why
I
leave
think
him as is?
Strahd
I
just
think he
sitting
tells
there
us
in his
that-
whatever lounge and just. Oh, another message from my.
Irina,
love
one
me
sec.
too.
I have to take a call.
Yeah, I gotta take this.
Do you want to ask him how Irina's doing?
Oh, that'd
Or
be a good one.
Tatiana's doing?
How is Tatiana doing? I'll ask.
She's doing good. Okay, I'm done.
You just get a fax noise. He's like, I'll be back.
You get an answer back. As happy as can be. Safe. With me.
I have another question. If anyone wants to ask something, this is the time.
If you have something, I mean, go for it. I'm
It's-
thinking.
I mean, something substantial. This one is not. It's not gonna advance anything, I think.
Don't have anything on top of my head.
Okay. Will you join us later today?
Are you inviting him out to just
I just
destroy
wanna-
us?
I wanna know if he's planning to
No!
pay you a visit. He can always lie.
I mean, true.
If you are so impatient as to see me again after we just had dinner, I suppose I can take the time to go in for seconds.
No. Hang up the phone. Hang up the phone.
Bad plan. Very bad plan.
Just yank it. Just start yelling it to Basilica. No, we're fine. We're enjoying it down here.
And those were the 3 questions.
Basilica, you lift a gaze from your trance, looking about the room, about the marble floor, the coffin, the statues, and the absolutely mortified faces of your friends and companions as they look at you. You say what? And you hear the voice of that ghastly phantasm that has been following you. Just whisper.
Behind you.
You turn around and facing through the wall, you see Strahd. Evening.
Hi. We must thank you for the scones and the wine. We need it for the break.
I wouldn't want my guests to be dropping dead from thirst and hunger. That would spoil it. Spoil the game. Tell me, what business have you in this place? Have you come to pay your respects?
Yes. He was one high priest, or wanted to be a priest of the Morning Lord.
He should have been a priest. Would have spared him his fate. Alas, like you, he too followed blindly on a path not his. I must commend you for making it this far. Surely determination to see my brother in his resting place should not be punished. Though, I must say, the release of a prisoner is a crime I cannot forgive. I will give you the benefit of leaving my castle by night's fall. If you do not, I can no longer guarantee your safety. Do you...
Question, he already didn't give us the safety pass because we had violence against those skeletons.
Because you released the prisoner, yes.
Yeah, but I think
No, we released the prisoner after the skeletons were dead, right?
I think he's been sassy or.
What are you talking
something.
about? What skeletons?
This
Right
zombies.
when we got our gear back.
And that was right after you released the prisoner.
Oh, I thought it was the other way around.
The prisoner was fighting with you guys.
Yeah.
That's why. Okay.
I am not a brute or a tyrant to simply bestow my will onto the people. There is law and order to things, causation to everything.
Yes.
I mean, it's a little bit difficult for us to tell time here.
It is time for you to leave.
Well,
You've outstayed
Say
your
wait.
welcome.
you said we have until nightfall. If
I'm
you're-
assuming
I'm-
he's implying
yeah.
that it is nightfall. Is that the case?
What is it you hope to gain by staying around? Is it hope you're looking for?
You say it before.
Maybe
Yes,
an
what you
insight
do.
on
We are
maybe an
learning.
insight to who you are.
What more can I answer that I have not answered over dinner? What more do you seek that I have not provided?
Well, they say seeing is believing. So seeing your castle helps us believe.
And is the nightmare as true as you've expected it? Am I everything that your expectation, or is it something more that you're craving? Perhaps I did not live to your full expectations. Perhaps I should push further. For you are not scared yet. The prey is not scared of the predator. Something to remedy.
Your dragons were rather scary, and what was done to Katrina was equally as scary.
Yes.
Took the very breath from me.
If only it was not a matter of forespect, but retrospect, that fear. Maybe you would have realized that what was done to her should have not been done, but it is too late for that now. At any rate, I'll be seeing you guys out. I'll have my servants escort you to the gates. I bid you a good night. Pressing himself against the wall, you see him meld into it and into the shadows. In the far distance of the catacombs, you hear growls and then something bash against the set of bars and just growl out of the darkness. And that's where we're gonna call our session tonight.
Me?
No long resting in Castle Ravenloft.
Yeah?
Joke's on you. I take a nap anyways.
We wanted to live, okay?
Is this payback for figuring out the password thing?
No, I'm not gonna meddle like that. But then you call Strahd. I'm like, alright.
Hey,
So, maybe I misinterpreted. So yes, we did let Emil out first, so that he has full, punishment for us. That's fine. But he said no harm will come to you unless you cause like violence or whatever against my minions and servants in here, which was i.e. the skeleton. So we already lost that, because I remember in that session, as soon as we made contact with him and the first hit, he came over and said, whatever is revoked. So we already have his wrath, so it's like, who cares at this point?
I think like he was being sarcastic, or he was telling us that he was not
that's what
spending
Strahd is known
anything.
for, sarcasm.
Hey.
Well, that was a setup anyway. Like, there was... What a fucking asshole. We knew that was coming.
See, what you fail to understand is, while I play Strahd as I do, also, I'm the ancient, I'm the land, I do what I want. Like...
I do what I want. You have rights again, guys. That's what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
So I'm concerned because I put something on the vision layer and I can't delete it. So I don't know if you guys have vision through the bars.
No, we don't.
No.
Well, barely.
I see icons, but...
I barely see them.
Yeah, through the bars, snarling out of the darkness are like shadowy figures that look like this. Good boys.
No.
Oh, it's not a pop. Oh my god. If I see them, I die. Or if I hear them, I die.
Oh yeah, no, you heard them snarl and shit. I'm trying so hard to delete this shit. Okay, there you go. I think I deleted all of them.
Oh, they're shadow mastiffs?
Like, on this dungeon, it's like your senses are your enemy, something like that.
So, you see 3 shadowy mastiff figures, and a humanoid figure stepping out of the shadows, leading them all by a set of chains. It's Valenta.
You.
And that's where we're gonna end session.
Okay.
Okay. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I wanna change my spells, but I
It's
imagine...
Javik, you look at the chain leading to their collars, and the collars are the exact same, the ones that you wear around your neck. And she has
an asshole.
a 4th chain. Ready for you.
Fuck you.
Grovel. Kneel. Beg. Alright, this was fun. I just feel like 9:30 I should call it.
Yeah, it was a good session. Real good.
Yeah. I imagine this happened like in less than 4 hours, right?
Oh, this you guys did not even take you casted commune, and this happened right after it.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just checking out, because I was like, okay, I'm gonna change my spell. Oh, that's right.
Remember how I told you guys how I'll have to roll what is it 60 or 40 dice for random encounters? I was like, I'm not even gonna bother. I'm just gonna say it happened a few minutes going in. There's no long rest in Castle Ravenloft.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah.
At least we are having a score to the door.
Unless you literally hide yourself away from.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if we had that magic rope or whatever that you can go into that little attic spell or whatever.
Rope trick.
Yeah.
Rope trick doesn't give you a long rest though. Rope trick gives you a short rest.
Short rest.
Barely. Barely.
Oh, it's only for an hour. Oh, we don't have a sorcerer. I was gonna say we could do an extend spell, but that's only 2 hours.
Yeah.
The thing is, you guys were really smart with the arcane lock thing, because it's an iron set of bars which are already hard to lift as is, and arcane locked until dispelled, they're +10 to their difficulty class to open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Problem is, Strahd just walks through walls.
Yes.
Yeah.
No one can do maintenance to that room at the moment.
If it was truly evil, I would have been Strahd walks into the room, fires a fireball, and leaves. Just to kill everybody. Why?
Yeah, I probably would have been the only one to survive.
I will have survived because that worked.
Javik,
in the house.
Javik, what's your armor class now?
21.
21 with a +2 bonus?
Yes.
Cool.
What? That's a shield too.
Yeah. Cool. That's good.
So I feel a lot
Just
better.
remember that with a shield you can only do 1 armored attacks.
Yes.
Yes. But yeah, that's cool.
Well,
The battle axe gives me one arm and the sword.
Yep.
And claw.
I'm happy with the goal we got. Like, oh my, I can cast spells with spell components now.
Yeah, because I know those
Well,
like higher level
once-
spells really cost a lot.
The only thing is you have to
Yeah.
purchase them.
Yeah.
I
Once we get
think
to a town that we can purchase stuff at, or to Sani and get them to bring us stuff, and that can
But
help.
a reliquary is like a normal amulet, or is something. No.
Reliquary? That's not. That's
No.
like a box.
Yeah, I just noticed. I thought it was
Okay,
like.
guys, I'm gonna head
actual-
off. I am not good. So have a good night.
All right, man. Take care.
Yeah, the reliquaries are where you like keep body parts of saints, right?
holy
No,
items or something.
no, not if he's carrying it around him.
Yep.
A reliquary is like parts of saints, like sacred relics. It's essentially like a gilded
relic.
box.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a container for holy relics. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you can't carry parts of saints in it, like a heart or a tongue, but essentially it looks like this.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I saw one in the abbey. Okay, I'm gonna take one.
What do you mean?
No.
For what spell?
Being funny. Summon Celestial.
Does it have a gold cost?
Yeah, 500.
You'd have to find one.
Yeah, and I'll put a gemstone inside. And
Might not even have to go as far as this the Kresh Sanctuary, but
Yeah.
A friendly reminder: Castle Ravenloft has a church.
fuck, we need
Yeah.
a long rest.
Yeah,
I know,
welcome
really
to the
do.
darkest dungeon.
Yeah.
The only thing I want to bring up with Casimir is like, well, we can leave, but like, how are we getting back here? Because
No, that's a good point because it's
Uh-huh.
like you're not gonna walk into
So,
the front.
Yeah.
Magic teleportation circle is only 5th level.
Yeah, it's 5th level, right? I knew.
Is
I
it?
thought-
Oh,
yeah.
teleport.
Yeah.
Teleport is 7th level.
Teleport is 10.
Oh, teleport.
Yeah.
But teleport lets you know where is the like a circle when you learn it. something like that.
So yes, Casimir can learn it if he finds a spell. If he finds it and he knows teleportation circles, then like the ones that you guys already found in places, then yes, as a wizard he'll be able to cast it because he has a 5th level spell slot.
Yeah.
It's just
So
that.
that's how we're doing it, Casimir.
Oh, in that case, you can easily learn it from the book. If you'll have a long rest, you can learn from Patrina's book. Patrina, as it turns out to be, for one reason or another, was a spellcaster, or at least had as a family heirloom a spellcasting book that contained spells up to 9th level. So
Fun.
yeah, very much so. I was gonna be like, if you are proficient in Arcana, I can let you like investigate it, but if you're not, then it's all gobbledygook to you.
I am not proficient in Arcana, but I have advantage on Arcana checks.
How do you have advantage on Arcana checks if you're not proficient?
Or rune.
The room.
One of my runes.
It's still
One
not
of my
proficiency.
runes
I mean,
is
that's nice, but
I know.
it's literally are you acutely familiar with the arcane?
Yeah, I'm fully aware. I was doing the funny one of like, yeah, I'm just particularly lucky when it comes to arcane things. I'm not good at any of it.
Brander found some wings. Let's see if he's gonna like repeat the Ariel the Plumette fate. I can fly.
I'd be curious.
Yeah,
Would
it was funny, that one.
it be possible to convince Strahd to let us stay overnight?
We
Have a
can hope,
sleepover?
or ask him.
After all you've done,
You know.
he showed up in the room and
Yeah.
was like,
Well, he'd be like, hey, like, what are you so scared about? Like, this is probably one of the furthest ways. Like, if you're looking for a good fight and if you really want to test us, like, let us stay in.
you can certainly
I don't
try,
know, I
but
mean-
but I'm gonna be frank with you.
If you're telling me no, then
You
no.
enter this castle, and I was like, okay, respect my oath, and you can do whatever you want in the castle from like a diplomatic point of view of like, yeah, we're gonna totally respect Strahd as Lord of Barovia, give him a gift, and be like, hey, can we stay a while and just be non-aggressive? But like, releasing a prisoner is not part of that behavior. So I'm like, you can ask for penance somehow, I guess, but there's a certain like code of contact that's just not being followed. That you know, if somebody
that's fine.
came
That's
to your
fair.
place
Yeah.
and like,
Oh, yeah, no,
my lord, they released a prisoner. I'm like, okay, well, that's shitty. They
You
should
should
leave
have
now.
guarded him better. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
Wow.
We can
Maybe
say
you should get
Look
better
here, you little
locks. like-
shit. Listen here.
We can improve all of your castle's locks.
exactly. We were looking the flaws, and
Yes,
this
we're-
is the
we're
report.
penetration testers.
Oh.
Your castle is horribly flawed.
Like, I'm gonna say that no, not
That's
really an
fine.
option.
Oh yeah. Oh, of course not.
Because you're speaking up to like somebody in a position of power with the power dynamic being sort of like downwards towards you. Like, you would notice oftentimes you guys like ask Strahd questions and he'll be like, I choose not to answer that, and I'm gonna ask a question in turn. Because that's just what Strahd is. He doesn't owe you anything. He'll answer what he wants to, and he'll be like, when he says like get out of my place, he's not gonna be like, yeah, okay, I trust you guys to get out of my place. No, he's gonna send for Valenta and be like, escort them out, please. And I'm just gonna leave back and rejoin Tatiana to do whatever.
We can always try to kill Volenta, Sabik. Take your vengeance.
Now, I'm gonna say something out of game just because I love the fact that this is a little flex, but you will never find this out unless I tell you. Strahd suffered 87 points of damage just getting to you guys.
Wow.
Just
Because,
traveling through walls because he chose not to
exactly.
materialize in the open. So I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm gonna have him travel all the way through the castle without coming out walls to you guys. Just earth walk. 87 damage. I'm like, whatever. He'll shrug it off.
That-
I don't like hearing
I
that.
just love BBGs who can do that. It's like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, that's the barbarian. Once you hit high enough level, it's like, yeah, I can survive a fall from terminal velocity.
Yeah, I'll jump
Because-
from the parapets of Ravenloft. No problem.
It's like, yeah,
Dude.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I can actually do this.
Yeah. Anyways,
I'm not
then
gonna
wait.
lie. I was doing some reading and with a friend, and she was telling me, she was like, "Yeah, if you have a cleric in your party and you're playing a zealot barbarian, you don't have to have any components to resurrect them. So like that
Yeah.
zealot barbarian
What?
never fucking dies
at what level?
Yes,
at
Uh,
third level.
third. Or once you get right, the
Third.
zealot gets the ability at third, and then clerics have to have their raised dead ability.
Yeah, they get
How's that?
revivify or whatever. Like at
I
well,
heard that.
well, not just
that
clerics can
Sabik is a
revivify, but
zealot.
yeah, sure.
but it's like. And it's any like necromancy spell. It's like saying revivify or raise dead.
So
or
what do zealot
whatever.
barbarians get?
Zealot
They
barbarians
get
can be
extra
brought
radiant
back from
damage.
yeah, they can be brought back from the dead without material components.
That's
So you
cool.
don't have to spend 500 gold for like diamonds, which I mean, like
It-
most
it's
parties will just
really
have
cool
it.
for-
but-
For many things.
But you still need the spell slot and the time.
yeah,
yeah, you still
the
need
spell
that.
slot.
Yeah.
But if you have like one or two clerics in your party and they just happen to have that or raise that or whatever, it's just like, oh, okay, never mind. You just come back. I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, you also reroll saving throws. At third level, your soul is marked for endless battle. If a spell stage is raised, dead has the solo effect of restoring you to life, but not on death. The caster doesn't need material components to cast a spell on you. That is neat. Yeah, that is one.
Yeah, it
I thought it was really
basically
cool.
saves the
Yeah.
part saves a whole lot of gold.
That makes me think Yasha in Critical Role is a Zealot barbarian, and I don't think that it ever came up.
Yep.
That's neat.
Because I don't think Yasha ever went down fully, or
Never died.
like fully.
That's nice. And
I
you
think
can
they all went down at some point, but never fully.
I would like to play a Zealot Barbarian sometime. I actually tried, but the campaign fell through like on the second session.
The only
Never
thing
came
I
back.
request with Zealot Barbarians, especially with class like that, is just roleplay wise, don't just munchkin it. Like roleplay wise to justify where you're getting this power from. Clerics and Zealot Barbarians, the same. Like, how Vasilka roleplay is like, oh, I get my powers from the Divine Father and all that. And it's all going back into the roleplay when you're discovering the crypts, like it all comes surfacing back. I like that. I like when players like lean in to their powers and where they're coming from a roleplay standpoint rather than, yeah. By the
I
way,
would like to.
this
go
little
ahead.
section in front of you guys in the main screen that I'm pinging right now,
Mhm.
you guys could see that from where you're standing, right?
Yes.
Let me see. I'm not actually in the Roll20 anymore. I'm assuming I can.
Yeah, I mean, I can see those little windows. Yeah.
Yeah, the section in the
Is that-
middle. When
Yeah.
you were on the map, could you see them?
No.
So your vision
Not
just doesn't
me,
stretch out. Your vision might not stretch that far, but because those windows are facing the outside and there's lightning, you saw that. And I thought maybe if I put it on the main screen, they'll be inquiring about it. But like 2 sections later, I guess what you see on the map is what you see. So I'll just know that you saw that. That's there. For what?
Is that light?
It's lightning, as
fog?
in it's lightning, as in
Okay.
in front of it. I don't know. It's some sort of veil, like straight out of what Sirius fell into during Harry Potter. That's what it looks like. I don't know any other way of describing it unless you investigate it further. But it's like a
Gotcha.
phantasm
Yeah.
veil. But beyond
Yeah.
that, the windows, that's lightning from outside. That's storm outside, darkness. You can tell the time of day. That's the only reason why in the catacombs you can tell the time of day.
Okay.
So it is like very late evening and it's storming. And that's the outside. So like, not saying that taking the teleport is a bad idea. It could be a good idea. But if you're looking for an alternative way out, that is absolutely one of them.
Window!
Yeah.
Charge the window.
I have to learn more about scrying. I don't know much.
So I can answer a question about scrying if you want them. It's a very, very, very interesting spell that I've been using this entire campaign.
You have
So
all these hearts.
I'm very
Yeah.
familiar with it.
There is a spell that give you protection from divination magic. Like
Correct. And various
Uh,
magical items. I believe you guys had access to them already.
non-detection, I think it's called.
Non-detection
Yes,
is one of them. Yes.
That was one of the items from the hag.
The hag, and also there was other places where you encountered them before. But yeah,
Like, if I cast detect magic, can I see the sensor?
well, let's start from the top.
That
Maybe
is-
maybe we'll find our answer from top. You can see and hear a particular creature you choose that is of the same plane of existence as you. The target must make a wisdom saving throw, which is modified by how well you know the target and a sort of physical connection you have to it. If the target knows you're casting the spell, it can fail the saving throw voluntarily if it wants to be observed. Sort of how Strahd is doing right now. Like how you're communing with him and is like, yeah, sure, I'll answer the phone. Because he ruled 34 for like resisting it, and I was like, no, he'll answer it. But that wasn't for Scry, that was something else. Anyways, skipping the knowledge and connection section. Where does it say that? Oh, there it is.
Because it's a sensor
you
that
can see and
follows
hear
us.
through the sensor. The sensor moves with the target remaining within 10 feet of the direction. A creature that can see invisible objects sees the sensor as a luminous orb about the size of your fist. I'm gonna say yes. Yes, you can. Because it is not like even on a separate plane of existence or anything. It's literally in the material world, just it's an invisible object. Yes, you would see divination, an orb of divination magic 10 feet away from you. Absolutely.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the rules, but I'm gonna say yes because that's fun.
Yeah, I know that I know see invisibility definitely works because that's like one of the very few valid uses of that spell. God, that spell is not great. But yeah, I think it probably would because you can detect other spell auras, right?
Yes.
Will detect a hollow spell, right?
I'm specifically saying it's an object. So it's not even a spell effect, it's an object that's magical, that's invisible and near you.
Yeah, because that's yeah, you'd see a I think that's what I would do as well with it.
I'm asking because I imagine that whenever we make our move, it will be useful to have that on us.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes, you can detect magic. Yeah.
Yep.
I love it how the
Because I have access
first
to it.
Reddit post to find my answer is like, detect magic and scrying, possible minor cause Curse of Strahd spoilers. Like, other people before you, like, yeah. I'll ask. My question is, if it's an object, is it grabbable?
Isn't it? Did it not say?
I don't think it ever says that it was incorporeal.
It.
Can I put a a blanket on top of it and make it blind?
I don't. That's where the spell's too vague, and that's like up to DM.
Yeah, because that doesn't say incorporeal.
It doesn't say incorporeal. It's literally like an invisible physical eye that's following you around, which is funny. But yeah, in terms of like magic, at least, yeah.
Yeah, I throw the blanket over it, and then I grab the end of the blanket and I spin the thing around and smash it into stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure whoever is, as soon as it's detected, whoever's crying is going to try and drop it. But anyways.
Yeah.
Although, what's the point at that point? You're already detected. But yeah.
Because if we're going to Kresk, I always have it, so I wanna find a use to it. That is not. I wanna see Strahd having breakfast.
Why do you always have it? It's not a light cleric always spell.
It's always prepare on the light domain.
Light cleric's weird. Okay.
Yeah, super weird.
Okay.
But Kresk, the water was holy water? No.
It was restorative, not holy.
Yeah. I don't know. I can try.
It was like not, used to restore like people from madness and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, wait, holy water. I'll transform it in holy water. That's it.
Javik, what's the plan next session, eh? Are you joining us, Nick?
I'll be here for next session.
Okay.
I'm gonna be out of town, but I'll be in the hotel room. But I don't think I'm gonna be working nearly as hard as I did last week. It should be an easier week.
Because I was like, end of session, I was like, I want to throw in Valenta fight, but also like I don't want to do it if you're not gonna be here next week. So.
No, I mean, from what I know right now, I should be here. There shouldn't be a problem.
Also, I'm not even sure if it's gonna be a fight or you guys are just running toward the. It's gonna be like a flee skill check, like a chase to the teleporter. Because that can also be. That's why it was like hounds for a chase would be fun. That can totally be it. You guys don't have to fight. You can just flee. Especially since like killing Strahd's brides. I wonder what the consequence of that is. You know.
I revive her. I have a diamond.
You also have a scroll for Revivify.
Yeah, we do have
and
one.
A scroll. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but by the way, we say like scroll. Anyone can use it, or only people with the. We were debating that.
I'm gonna set the DC of anybody who does not have that spell in their spell list a little higher, but I'm gonna make it possible because giving somebody a chance to cast spells using spell scrolls just seems fun to me. Straight up saying like no is, I don't know.
And also like the magic tattoos, you can do them with them without having any knowledge on the list.
What do you mean?
Like like the magic tattoos, you can infuse them with a spell. I don't know if it's every level.
What are you talking about? Because I don't know what you're talking. I know magical tattoos that give you like plus dexterity, plus constitution and stuff. Those are from critical roll.
What? Let me look for
it. It's spell rot tattoo.
Spell rock.
I didn't know that.
Spell rock.
Rot.
Oh, spell rot.
ROT.
No.
Where are you getting this from? What source book is this?
I think it's maybe Everon.
Well, we're not playing. Oh, spell rot. That's from Tasha's.
Tasha's.
Yeah, so those are the ones I'm talking about. Oh, I see. It's just a variety where you can actually choose a spell. Why would you do this though? It's like
because anyone can cast from it. You don't need to.
I'll have to read into them.
So I will say that there's a really stupid thing that Raw should work because of when Artificer came out and when Spell Rot Tattoos came out. I think, and how the wording is, right? Artificers create magical item, can't create scrolls, but it can create first the whole Spell Rot Tattoos, so you can do a stupid find familiar chain.
Listen, if that's how you find it fun to play this game, then
Yeah.
Like every time I hear a Munchkin theory, I'm like, it's very fun to like theory craft outside of the game, but if you're the type of person to theory craft inside the game to the point where you're a Munchkin, then you're missing the whole point of this being a role playing game. That being said, I'm gonna read into these. Seems to me like they have a cost, no?
They are magical items.
Because the needle you're talking about is a magical item, and it's very rare. And I wonder if they're the same family and page, but I'll have to find what page this is from and read into it. Because this is not something that's in the module, and I don't have it included. Therefore, it's something that you guys will have to create. Which is kind of prompted me saying, like, why at that point? Because you might as well just make magic scrolls, which are so much cheaper. Even the most common magic item is like 50 to 250 gold pieces, whereas a magic scroll can be as cheap as 25 gold pieces.
Yeah.
It just takes time. It's things you do on your downtime. Like I take a day to make a first level spell scroll. And it's like, where am I going to find the ink and parchment to make that? The Vistani. Or like anybody who you've met that knows magic. Or even that friendly hag you spoke to.
The friendly hag? We have gold for her. I need to check her shopping list.
We can go pay the Vistani a visit and be like, yo, we got money. What up?
Can I buy a horse?
Mm-hmm. No, we have monopoly on horses. No selling horses.
I want a petting farm.
All of Valaki doesn't have horses. We're the only one who has horses.
Yeah, we have a monopoly on them.
Yeah.
Can I have one?
Yes.
Can't have.
Yeah.
Only
Strahd,
Daddy.
we have destroyed Barovia's economy to have horses. You cannot have them.
Yeah,
that's different.
What's farming agriculture? But for sure. I'm gonna produced by a special needle, this magical are you gonna go?
Yeah, I actually gotta bounce, it's getting to be 10 and I gotta go upstairs.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna cut recording here. How would you guys like the Banshee soundboard? Was it not too loud or anything? Because I had to like
that was good.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, it wasn't too loud.
Cool.
I liked it.
I really was like, if I was a sort of DM who was an asshole rather than a challenger, I would have been like, okay, cool. So like Casimir is possessed and he leaps out a window because possession can do that. And I'm like, no, just like 2 rounds, just dashes toward the windows. But that's like D&D first edition shit.
Oh yeah, God, dude. First edition D&D had some bad things.
But anyway, Nick, if you gotta go, I'll see you Monday.
Yeah.
Whenever? Yeah.
I'll be available.
Cool.
I was scared was for the other 2 banshees. If they wail too, I was like, please don't wail. Please don't wail.
I think you're immune to their wails if you've succeeded on it, and I didn't really get an opportunity to. I also didn't want to because, I mean...
Yeah,
I'm here to scare you.
Yeah.
I love the fact that I have failed several con saves recently, despite having a stupidly high con save modifier.
Anyway,
I
Nick.
Fail every saving throw. Yeah. It's too creepy!
Gonna stop recording.
Well,